Good evening, my fellow exile. Whoa. Whoa. I can't be 2 seconds into a stream and already be mispronouncing words. That just means total disaster for the rest of today. Let's try that again. Good evening, exiles. I hope you are all doing well. We are finally, after, I'm not kidding, an over 2-month break, returning to the Still Sane Podcast tonight with FARHAM, a Path of Exile 2 content creator who just recently hit 10,000 subs. This is actually the first pod of Exile since I interviewed Jonathan Rogers, game director on PoE2. I don't know if FARHAM knows that. That's quite the act to follow. I hope everyone is doing so well. I see people are already in the chat. Welcome. How did you guys enjoy that last video? I put a lot of work into that. Not gonna lie. That was a tremendous effort. People have realized I had not only multiple war... Brian L? You just... Did you just super chat $50? What? You did this last stream too, dude. Bro, 5 days ago, Brian L. super chat $50, says nothing. A few seconds ago, Brian L. super chats $50, says nothing. My man, who are you? Where did you come from? I don't see you in my comments or my Discord. You gotta say at least something. He might be chuckling right now, just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get more attention by not saying anything than by saying something. Regardless, man, seriously, thank you. I appreciate the support. Brian W. Yeah, you're not Brian L, you're Brian W. Why didn't I think of that? That's amazing. The Expedition background music just gives the stream such a chill vibe. Love it. Hey, Kritten, thank you so much. Hey, Wriggles. Hey, Valatis. Hey, Just Phil. When is the news? I don't know, guys. Pretty freaking wild for Grinding Gear Games to just drop an incredibly cryptic teaser and then not follow it up in the slightest.
For the cowgirl.
My goodness gracious. Hey, Wriggles, what's going on? Hey, Hung Step Bro. Oh my goodness, look, it's FARHAM. What's going on, dude? I'll talk to you in a little bit. I have to get my daughter out of the car in a few minutes, so I'll have to run for like a few seconds. Don't worry. A lot of cooked takes in the last video. By far the most important thing we need is bikini, MTX, and boob sliders. And that comes once they go free to play and they start pumping Path of Exile 2 full of monetization. That's also when we get the gender swap MTX into the game, so you can be a female warrior and everything. And then, you know, I was about to say bazungas. I don't know why that word came into my mind. We're just going to go with it. Then you can buy MTX to have massive bazungas on your warrior. It'll be cracked. It'll be cracked. That might be the wildest 10 seconds of audio from my streams ever. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Chuckles, for the Prime. 8 months, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Zot Official, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, Boob Sliders bestseller. Yep. My theory crafting can only keep me entertained so much. I barely play 20 to 30 minutes a day now just to test a different idea now and then. It has been so long since an update, guys. I don't blame anyone for not playing. I mean, the player numbers speak for themselves. If you go to Steam charts, right? I'm just gonna pull it up. I'm just gonna pull it up on my screen. By the way, everybody in the chat, can you hear my air conditioner? I have an air conditioner running right there, high powered. It makes this whole room 86 degrees Fahrenheit down to about 64. You can't hear it. Oh. Playing Path of Exile 2 is about to be so much better with my 4090. Holy crap. Peak. Okay. 30-day average, 7,000 players, Path of Exile 2. Current players, 5,767. Yes. It's a seasonal game and all that. Right. It's also just been a long time since the last update. Here's my crackpot theory. People are saying, are we getting a teaser today? I really hope so. Thanks for the subs on YouTube too, guys. I really appreciate that. Are we getting a teaser today? Crackpot theory. No teaser the rest of the week. No teaser early next week. No teaser until August 19th, which is Gamescom opening night live. Grinding Gears stays silent on PoE2 until then. They drop the teaser and get PoE2 back into the mainstream discussion. They announce, you know, what if they, guys, if in a Gamescom teaser, what if they just, you know, 30 seconds, druid 3x end game content, new pinnacle boss, and they just bam, 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 bam. Also, Diablo 4 is announcing their next expansion. Imagine if it's like Path of Exile 2 teaser, Diablo 4 expansion cinematic, or even vice versa. How crazy would that be? That would get so many people who played 0.1, and there were many, skipped out on 0.2 into 0.3. It's possible, dudes. Okay. Oh wow, I'm looking at the chat and it's just booba. Okay. Hot take, 4 months is too long. It's not even 4 months, Nibane. It's basically 5 months. And yes, I am of the opinion that it may be too long between leagues. It's rough out there. Yeah. What are my topics today? We have quite a bit. 0.3 predictions. We're going to talk about FARHAM and his grind to level 100. He's played the game far more than I have, so he has a very different opinion on a lot of topics compared to myself. So it's going to be a variety of things. Go for about an hour. It's the typical return to form for Still Sane. We have a huge lineup planned for the initial 0.3 launch, and if it's a banger, I have a ton of people that would love to hop on the pod and talk about Path of Exile 2 life in games. No, we don't get anything till the 20s. 4 to 5 months is perfect, as it gives me time to play other games. That's a valid point. Yeah, like I've been playing Age of Mythology with my brother. It's pretty fun. Probably tomorrow with name of the league and date for live stream. I don't know. I logged in for the first time today since July 27th. Got bored, messed around with my monk. Back to Strike. Not played since my last video. Was addicted last league. Yep. You hate this take? Yeah. D4 season of powerful powers. Well, they're not gonna. It's not gonna be a season teaser. I think they're gonna tease the next expansion, and we know that the cinematic is going to be incredible. Well, you know what? While all the core D4 cinematics were absolutely incredible, well, there were only, I guess, the opening and then the closing, right? Both incredible. I don't know if Vessel of Hatred was on the next level, really, but maybe that's just because I didn't like Nerel. But I really like those initial cinematics. I bet they're going to go all out. I'm sure Tyrael's going to make an appearance. There's probably going to be a Paladin class teaser. It's going to be really good. So people are going to be on the high for Diablo 4 after that cinematic. Or just memeing about it, how the cinematics are amazing, but they don't like the game. Stuff like that. Hello, Darth Microtransaction. What's going on, my man? It is the Talkative Dinosaur. How you doing, dude? I'm sure you remember, I caught a little bit of your react to my video during lunch. Did you guys end up liking it? I hope you did. Put a lot of work into it. As I was saying before I went on this long boob tangent. Yeah, I recorded that over a week and a half in 5 different recording sessions. And I changed my shirt 3 times. I got my hair cut once. I took a shower in between takes. It was... I just, like, embraced the meme fully. People who watch Sir Gog know that he intentionally changes shirts in videos now. So initially I was just doing a shirt gag, but then I couldn't record it all and people were sending me the clips late and everything. Yeah. But it was fun. I really wanted to highlight a whole bunch of different, like, smaller creators in that. Small to medium-sized creators in that. It was good. Fun. Hey, Maruk, what's happening? Hey, Exile Shadow Art. Haven't seen you in a bit. Bazonga's from the tribe Bazong. 0.3 has to be big if DM is planning a subathon and playing all the ascendancies. He knows too much. Yeah, but he also hasn't done a subathon, so DM is also being very strategical, because I bet other PoE2, PoE streamers might be taking a little bit of a break, not doing a subathon. A lot of them did one for 0.1 or 0.2. Now DM, who's playing the long game, now he's going to get a ton of subs just rolling in. Because there's no other subathon. That's totally what it is. It's just, guys, it's going to be like one act and not even maybe not even an act. Who knows? Who knows? DM has not spilled anything. He really hasn't. I'm very impressed. He has a great poker face. Honestly, I'm not that excited for 0.3. Even if they release Druid, it will probably feel like crap if they don't fix Armor 2, since Druid is probably a strength int class. Well, then you'll just spec into Energy, Shield, and Dexterity. Also, I do... I think some of those concerns will be addressed. Like I said, they are pushing this to the absolute limit here. Thanks for the follow, bro. They are pushing it to the absolute limit in terms of time. So I hope that they're getting some good balance in alongside new content. This is, as much as, you know, I think Snoo had a great take of just getting lots of content into the game. There are existing systems that do require some heavy tuning, like just the scaling of armor as a defensive thing. Just more ways to play with it. I don't think there are many ways to play with it. Even as a non-build crafter, I understand this, right? I've played 4 characters to endgame. None of them armor-based, by the way. No, none of them armor-based, but I still understand that. Nah, there's a new subathon class coming. Every time you get a sub in Twitch, it connects to your character and gives you +1 to all attributes. Everybody would try to become a content creator then, right? Okay. There's only one PoE2 streamer. Okay. All right. Great video, lots of bad takes, but was fun watching DM's chat act like a kicked wasp nest. Oh my gosh, was DM's chat popping off? They were mad? I saw some people were upset at my cringe attempt at comedy, which, fair. I never claimed to be a comedic genius. Although I have been watching a lot of Kill Tony, and I am so wanting to craft a minute of stand-up and just see how it goes. I really want to do it. We'll see if I end up doing that. I think I could craft a pretty good minute of stand-up.
A real challenge. You finally caught my attention.
Thanks, Chuck Jessup, for the T1. Appreciate it, man. Oh, it's your first time here. Thank you so much. This is the music that plays in Lumiere when you're walking around as Sophie. This is probably my favorite track. It even beats out Uno de Tamir, or what I can't say the name. The Renoir battle theme from the end of Act 2. I just realized, is it too early for spoilers? Spoilers, I'm sorry. It's been out since May. It's been lauded as one of the best games of all time. If you haven't played it by now, I don't feel that bad about saying what I just said. Okay. Chat always argues with each other. Most people agreed with most of it. I thought it was a good video personally. Thanks, DM. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that every patch now. Fun fact for people in the live chat. Oh, I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but see you later, DM, if you leave. I didn't talk about this in the video, but you guys live here can get the scoop. I actually asked Jonathan for a segment in that video. I said, hey, Jonathan, I'm making this video about PoE2 0.3. Did you want to send in like a 5 to 10 second clip? It can be a joke if you want. It can be serious, whatever. And he said, yeah, I'm going to try to do it. I'm really going to try. If I don't get it to you within the next like few days, then I'm not going to be able to get it. But I'm going to try. I'm gonna do it. And I'm definitely going to watch the video. I'm really interested to see what people have to say. Alas, he did not get it to me. I also did not remind him because I assume he's incredibly busy. But I think it would be pretty funny if just randomly Jonathan appeared and he was like, PoE2 needs... What would Jonathan say? Needs players to have fun. Right? Right, guys? Sirene's theme is better. See, the reason I don't like Sirene's theme for streaming or just sitting and vibing is because there's the voice in the background going, ah, da, 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 you know. So I like the acoustic guitar.
And I love it.
What is going on? Chuck Jessup. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, my man. You come here, you follow, You subscribe with a T1 and then you gift me 5 subs. Bro,
Exile.
thank you. Appreciate it. Goodness gracious. Fun night to be back. Let's go.
It is time to hunt.
Oh, what's going on, Angermus? I saw you are going to be on the Path to Exile podcast. That's pretty awesome. I will... you're here, Angermus. I really want to reach out to you, but I feel like I'm not on, like, your level. But I feel if you'd ever be up for a chat, maybe after the next series of races or anticipation of them, I'd love to chat with you. You don't have to respond to that. Jonathan giving like the worst take ever, like over the top, that would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious. What would Jonathan's but he wouldn't do that. Guys, I just think he's more tuned in than a lot of people think, especially after Dawn of the Hunt. I do. I think that is beyond obvious. Warrior will win next set of races, mark my words. Dude, watching... Which race was it? The one that that you almost lost, dude? That was an intense race, and you came back at the very... Was it Alex that almost beat you, or was it that random person who nobody knows who they are? That was intense. I was on the edge of my seat. I had both of my daughters, like, playing on the ground next to me. I had my laptop on the ground. I was like, oh my god, he might actually lose. I was rooting against you. I really wanted you to lose, man. Because then it makes it so much more interesting, you know? But I guess it is also cool that you're 6-0, undefeated. After all that new act hype, imagine they don't release a new one. Okay, there's 2 options here, guys. Based on, and I'm fully blaming Dark Microtransaction for this. 2 options. 1, they release a new act. It's Act 4. 2, they release the new Trial of Ascension, which was supposed to be in Act 4, but maybe Act 4 just isn't ready, but everybody complains about the trials, and DM had... I think a correct take. Everybody complaining about the trials at this point. It's just a skill issue. I'm sorry, guys. My dad cleared the trials with ease, but my dad is also. He cleared the trials by like week 2. Okay. He did. He's still playing PoE2. My dad is one of the 5,000 people still playing PoE2 right now. Anyway, yeah, they might be adding that trial into the game because so many people have an issue with the current duo of trials. So maybe they're just adding a 3rd trial to give people more options to ascend. And it has to do with the Kururi chieftains and fighting them, the Hall of the Dead, all that stuff.
And I love it.
What is going on? Chuck Jessup, you're not even saying anything, bro. Thank you for the next 5 gifted subs. Oh my, jeez. Appreciate it. I really hope you enjoy this podcast. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have? Where? You want to be... Oh, I... Shoot. Shoot. You did say something. I see it now. You just want a better trade system. Well, that might also be something that actually makes it into the game. They said they had it designed about 2.5 months ago, but now they have to implement it. Will that be ready for 0.3? Again, the scope of this patch... even by grinding your games, has been built up. I don't think they hyped up Dawn of the Hunt at all beforehand. 0.3, they have hyped up quite a bit in a variety of ways. More interviews between 0.2 and 0.3. Jonathan went to China. You know, they're also launching in China with this patch. So... oh my goodness. You can't ascend, you got filtered is what it is. Grenado Bird needs to go. Wait, you can log out on the final boss? Oh, Wait, if you are about to die on Zarok, you can just log out? No way. Really? Oh my gosh, I've just brute forced that. Dang. Looking forward to it. So am I. I have experienced extreme frustration with trade, unfortunately. Mostly because, one, I didn't grind as hard for Dawn of the Hunt, so my playtime was a little later, and a lot of people dipped. And then there was also the inflation aspect, which people have touched on in the video, with Divines being giga rare, Chaos Orbs still relatively rare as well for my playtime, and Exalts just, I mean, converting those to other currencies is just insane. Yeah, and it's new fight. I learned it from watching Quinn. The only clip of Quinn I've seen in the trials is that boop. He pressed pause, and then he thought he paused the game and unpaused it, and right as he unpaused, he booped and he died. Beautiful.
What's this? A real challenge. You've finally caught my attention.
Altern Dim 1, thanks for the T1, dude. Appreciate it. Are we talking PoE or Hellcock? We are talking PoE. Although I have considered playing Hellcock. Oh my gosh, I've been tricked. Hellclock on stream. I have the game. I played it for about an hour. It's pretty fun. It seems to have a surprising amount of depth between the passive tree system, the item system, the Hades style boon system. It seems interesting. However, it looks like it might be a little bit limited in terms of the skills and weapons you're getting. I don't know if the only weapon is the gun. I've only played for about an hour. But in Hades, I know you have all those weapons unlocked pretty fast. I love Hades. Hades is super fun. Vaults are worthless. Yeah. It would be better to get a new endgame than any other new content. See, that's where It's very possible that Grinding Your Games agrees with you. And they do another reaction patch, kind of like Dawn of the Hunt. And it's Act 4, and then a lot of focus on rebalancing skills and building out endgame a little bit more, or revamping it. Maybe they just nuke towers and just change up the system entirely. Very possible. I think the number one thing, if they dropped all the I know people disagree with me because a lot of people really like to grind out ARPGs in the endgame. I just think dropping the axe in the game, because it's early access, because I think we need the whole leveling experience, and I think it's very important, and all that trickles down across the game because they asset reuse. Yeah, they reuse assets pretty well. Wow, I am not talking fluently tonight. I just think that would be the most beneficial thing to happen. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't. Nope. I have not played Hades 2. I'm waiting until it comes out of early access. But I have played Hades 1, love that game. I have not beaten Hades on, oh, what is it? The Fire Hell mode, whatever that is. The hard mode Hades fight. But beating the rest of the game, it's quite fun. Where's my PoE2 wall art from? The Oshabi is a displate that I bought, and the Path of Exile 2 sign is from one of the live events in LA that I attended. Then I shipped it back home. Yeah, I got bored when I got to the endgame in 2.0. No. Okay, so I'm trying. Yes, I did get bored in the endgame. Yes, I did get bored in the endgame. I still think for the long-term health of the game, I think adding the axe in right now would be more beneficial. This is my personal dumb opinion, right?
You are mad, Exile. Mad, and I love it.
Chuck, thank you for 5 T1 subs again. Holy crap, man. 15 so far? Absolute madman. I hear my daughters crying. They must be awake. This is not good. Very unfortunate. We are going to get the pod going in about 5 minutes, you guys. Going to get FARHAM in the call. We're going to configure everything, and then we're going to start shooting it about PoE2. It's going to be fun. Unbanned Path of Math. You know, I used to do a video series about infamous and famous players. Used to. I would do it again if I didn't, if I You know, I had more time. I have a lot of stuff that I have to do. But I actually put him in that video series, and he responded. It was pretty crazy. You can check out, it's part 2. Path of Exile's most famous and infamous players, part 2. Path of Math commented on my take of the situation. I don't think he was happy with how I represented him. F's with FARHAM is on tonight. Got about 10k subs on YouTube. He's been streaming pretty consistently on Twitch and YouTube. He reached a level 100 in Path of Exile too. Man, I might be a little bit rusty with this podcasting thing. I'm sorry if it is janky, guys. We're going to give it a go. My mic audio comes in before your camera. You can set up a delay if you want them synced up. Really? It still is delayed? Let me... Really? I thought I had it fixed here. I don't have it fixed. Would I want to go 5 plus 5 or minus 5? Plus 5 or minus 5? If my audio comes in before video. It's fine now. Everybody's saying it's fine. It's perfectly synced. It's all good. Okay. All right. My friend. Where is it, my friend? Last protagonist. Everybody's going against you, man. My girlfriend wants to know if your daughters are twins. They are not twins. I have a 3-year-old and an 11-month-old. Her birthday is in 8 days. She will be 1 year old. Okay. Awesome. Hey, the pleb. What's happening, man? All right. I'm just going to go double check with my wife that everything is good. And... I'm going to hop on with FARHAM. I'll be right back, FARHAM. I'll be literally 30 seconds. Oh, both girls are awake. My oldest did not fall asleep in the car. That is very unfortunate. But alas, the show shall go on because my wife is wonderful. Grandma is also here. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, FARHAM, man, I'm going to call you. All right. I'm going to turn off my music because... Would people like the music? I don't actually know. Would people like the background music? I think a lot of people might not like it. I think it might be 50-50, and if it's 50-50 people not wanting it, I don't think I should include it. Okay. Alright, where is start virtual webcam? Yeah, not for interview. Yeah. No, you guys are all right. You guys are all right. Nope. You're good. I'm good. Okay. Let's see, FARHAM, where are you? There you are. Alright, let's see if this still works, guys. Bam! Oh! Let's go. It has been a while. Heck yeah. Okay. Oh, this feels so weird after not doing this for so long, you guys. Holy crap. Start there. Here we go. Oh. Pop out. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I can hear you. What a perfect tech test.
You can hear me too. Excellent. Oh, it's always good, man. Trust me. I've been doing this for not that long. But I do need to carve you out. You're much bigger than Jonathan's camera was.
Yeah. I can try and sit up more.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm gonna carve you out. You're gonna look beautiful. Oh my goodness, I just saw lightning flash outside my window. Holy crap.
Oh no.
Please
Not
no.
power issues, right? It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, so guys, my power went out earlier today. And I was very scared that it was gonna stay out, but it came back on. We're all good. carve you like this, right? Right. Move you a little here. I want to center you. Let's see if I can center you. Oh, how far? Oh yeah. Look, we got to get the plant in the frame.
Oh yeah, the plants are important. I've got extra ones up here.
Oh, you have
bonus
an.
plants.
Oh, beautiful. Let's see. How much can we get?
It's a nice rubber tree.
It's good. I noticed that. So I asked you to give me a little like a thumbnail picture, and I thought your ambiance was beautiful. Like the lighting, it was like so chill. You know, it's the middle of the night for you.
It is the middle of the night for me. Yeah, it's 1 in the morning. Well, 1:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh God, and it just looks so nice in there. So looks great. Let's see. Let's do an audio test for you, and then I'll adjust you on Discord. You don't have to adjust any settings. I should be able to do it all on my end. So give me a little soliloquy for chat.
Hello everybody. Hello Troy. How am I coming through? Do I sound all right? Too bassy?
You coming through all right, you guys? Maybe a little louder?
Could we do with some really loud Tristram music just to sort of
bring it
together?
You stole my joke! Dude, I have Tristram right here. I'm not even kidding you, dude. Guys, I was literally going to do this before we started. You can't hear it, FARHAM, but I was going to blast Tristram. For those of you who don't know, FARHAM had an excellent video that came out, but he had background music, and it was Tristram, and it was louder than his voice. But it was so good. All right, little louder. All right, I'm gonna adjust you. I'm gonna put you to -6 decibels. Should be set. All right. One more time.
Do I sound a bit better now?
He's in the yellow.
Am I coming? Being in the yellow is good.
Yeah, we don't want him in the
don't want
red.
in the red. No.
Yeah, right. Low. What is wrong with you guys? Come on, Exiles. I'm not putting him higher. Better. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your jive at me.
No, I'm glad you embrace, because I was almost like, are you gonna hate it? Are you gonna love it? Am I gonna throw off your vibe with the joke? So I'm glad that you made the joke. It's good.
I couldn't. Yeah. People very much let me know that I got the volume levels a bit wrong on that one.
Dude, I did that on a lot of my first videos because I didn't do ducking or anything. I just tried to adjust it, and I actually edit on speakers. Do you use a headset or speakers when you edit your videos?
Speakers.
Speakers, see, me too. And it sounds fine, the mixing on speakers, but a lot of people either on your phone speakers, or on headset, like music is so much louder, I feel. So, yeah. It was unfortunate.
A few eardrums is fine.
It's okay. It's all right. All right, let's see. I think everybody says it's good. Okay, he looks like my uncle if my uncle looked like him. Is that some sort of...
I just read that one.
What is that joke? That's a funny joke. All right, we should be good to go. I'm going to pull up our set of topics right here. Yeah, I think the stream connection is all set. So I'm going to do a silly intro for YouTube, and then we can get right into it, man. All right, we'll go for about an hour or so. Sound good? Oh, does it sound good?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Oh, you're nodding? Okay, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I said sounds good. I was
just
trying to get
okay.
my mic
I didn't.
Just
I
a
didn't
slightly better place.
Oh,
sorry.
That's okay. Awesome. Okay, sounds good. 3. Oh, I can't look at chat. I got to not look at chat. All right. How am I gonna do this, man? I haven't done this for like 3 months. Oh, yeah, I'll do it in the intro. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Exiles, welcome back to the Still Sane Podcast. We have been on hiatus, much like grinding gear games, updating Path of Exile 2 for the past few months. And I have FARHAM here with me for the big return to the podcast street. He's following up game director on Path of Exile 2, Jonathan Rogers. FARHAM, how you doing?
I am all good. That is some big boots to fill there. Thank you very much for this one. Not nervous at all.
No need to be nervous. We're just going to sit here, chat about Path of Exile 2, your experiences, maybe. 1 second, my daughter is literally coming into. Boy, go to bed, sweetie. We're going to chat about your experiences with the game. You've played quite a bit longer than I have. And, you know, I'm really curious, just to get us started. You grinded all the way to level 100 in PoE2. How and why?
Well, in 0.1, I think the end game was reasonably engaging, and in 0.2, I perhaps wasn't so inclined to sit and grind the bosses, but I wanted to play the game, so I decided to do the thing I didn't do in 0.1, which was, I didn't even do this in PoE1. I've played that for a few thousand hours as well, which was get characters to level 100. Sort of encouraged, of course, being on stream. It's a bit more fun when you're together, so decided I'd just take on the challenge. And then once I started, I sort of just couldn't start. I didn't want to give up halfway through, and it was only about a quarter of the way into level 98 that I started to be able to work out just how long it was going to take. So yeah.
And it didn't only
stubbornness.
Yeah. Oh, you need that to hit level 100. It sounds like it didn't only take time; it took a lot of currency too. You actually needed to fund your journey, or else it would have taken an extraordinarily longer amount of time, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can effectively, because of the way the XP curve works, you effectively double it, right? If you do it with the cheap stuff that you can get yourself, just effectively double the numbers. So 100 hours becomes 200, and
that is a lot of time. Is that how long it took you to reach level 100? About 100 hours, yeah, starting from level 98?
Starting from level 90, 103 hours, yeah. I streamed it all.
103 hours. And what character did you take to level 100?
Oh, we did it with a monk. We did it with a lightning arrow monk invoker.
Ooh, a lightning arrow monk.
Super tanky, like spec hard into tank attack speed, just full into map clear. Wasn't really focused on killing bosses quick or anything. Just don't die, don't lose XP, clear the map as fast as you can and as quick as you can. So
okay, I have to know, like, during that 103 hours, did you die at all?
4 times. Oh. Once in level 99.
Oh my god.
And it was on the last day. It was so I had an 8-hour stream planned for the last day, and I died, and then it turned into just short of a 10-hour stream.
What got you? Was it something obvious, or was it something that you're sitting there, you got the Twitch replay up, and you're thinking, how did I even die? It was just a stray arrow from one of those freaking Val or something, you know?
Christ, I actually cannot even remember. No, it was you know those big fat guys, when you kill them and they explode, or when you're running around with lightning arrow, we're on a rower, and we like killed a bunch of them that were on a ramp off screen, and I was just running and clearing the map, and I just ran into where the 3 guys were exploding, and we could survive 2 at once, but not 3, so we just
it's the third guy that pushed you right over the edge. Yeah. That's funny. So
I never handle that third guy, man. It's terrible.
No, the third guy, it's way too much. It's just not. I'm not even gonna. Okay. So just to tell. Oh my god, I'm losing it. I'm breaking character. So when you're farming to level 100 as a 0-2, what was your strategy? Were you just stacking as many monsters in the map as possible, just like tons of breach, delirium, all that stuff, or were certain mechanics just too dangerous and you didn't want to touch them?
Expedition I didn't want to touch as a potential too dangerous, but it was just running breach with pack-sized maps or extra magic monsters on the delirium, not running delirium mirrors. Because I wanted to save the time, and most of my guild officers had done their end league by that time. I took everything the guild had given to me, and we spent the whole lot on maps, and we ended up dropping about 5,000 divines on really good maps. So it was 1,300 maps all in all, but probably about 300 of those were just cheap maps, clearing out towers and nonsense like that. But we probably brought about 1,000 tier 16.
That's an insane number.
Maps.
That's crazy. Have you always played ARPGs like this? I heard you say you had a few thousand hours in Path of Exile 1. Is this a new phenomenon for you, actually going really, really hard into grinding stuff out? Like, I know you said this is the first time you hit level 100, but still, like 5,000 divines, 1,300 maps. That's a ton, man.
That's the first one probably taken on a project that large. I used to when I played Path of Exile 1, I'd sort of record what I'd spent on a farm and then what had come out the other end, just for my own sort of. Back when I wasn't doing content creation as much, to check that what I was watching wasn't necessarily bullshit. So I used to just sort of record that stuff then and then work out like what was good. And so it was a bit of an interest in looking at the numbers behind it, I suppose. But no, I've never done anything like this. I actually, if I'd just played 0.2 without sort of what me and the guys had done through the league, I don't think I would have even been able to afford to do that from a divine perspective. I wasn't doing much crafting, and from a farming perspective, just farming that much would just take an insane amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. After that, are you excited for 0.3, or do you still feel burnt out from 0.2? Because I think this lasted all the way until what? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago is when you finished, I think.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks ago now. No, I'm pretty much recovered. I'm looking forward to 0.3 and what that's going to bring. Played a couple of other games and sort of, yeah.
Yes, I saw you played Torchlight Infinite.
I did.
Yay or nay?
I spent 3 weeks playing that. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, obviously there's some mechanics on there that are probably not to everyone's taste with the sort of player power for money. Most people don't like that, but extra season had some fun with it, so it's good.
I think I tried it 2.5 years ago. It was still when, at least on PC, maybe it's still this way, all the controls were still curated for phones. So it'll be like, oh, touch this button and do that and everything, and the UI was all funky. It played really smoothly, though. I love the responsiveness of the game, and the combat. It wasn't intense or impactful, but it just felt really like it all just flowed together really well. Like, does it still feel that way? Or?
It's a bit more optimized now, but it was just nice to see screens full of loot, like, which after grinding XP maps, which don't particularly drop any loot, it was a bit refreshing to, oh yeah, that's what happened in ARPGs when you load up for loot, right? That's good.
So the XP maps, they didn't fill that loot dopamine. If grinding
God, no.
your sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say no, absolutely not. You were lucky to return the cost of one map every 20.
Wild. How would you recommend, if you have any feedback, how would you recommend grinding your games change the path to level 100? Or do you think it should be this Herculean feat that you have achieved? You're among the select few.
Well, I think we're in an unfortunate situation at the moment in 0.2 where the only way to get experience is running maps, right? So you've got to just go through the motions of running map after map after map. I mean, quite simply, just getting experience from other content, Sims, the Breach Boss, that sort of stuff. It's going to allow you to break up the monotony, and I'm strongly in favour of the XP loss being a toggle. Okay, I can either not lose and not gain XP because I'm learning something, or I can turn the game back on and actually, take my risk reward. I would much rather see a system like that, because it was monotonous. I would have done half of that Sims. But
that's interesting. So obviously right now Pinnacle Boss is no XP loss, no XP gain. You'd like just basically an on-off button that you can swap. Running maps, doing whatever, just so you can either test out theories, die as much as you want, essentially, but not lose anything while nerfing your ability. That's it. I've never heard that take before, dude. Actually, I think you might be the only person I've heard say that.
Yeah, I think I wasn't necessarily thinking it for maps. I was more thinking of Pinnacle Bosses. But yeah, I mean, if you were going to do it, and yeah, because Pinnacle Bosses, you might want to go in and learn. Or my original thought on this was, why isn't that just the case for, say, tier zeros? But then I was thinking, well, the tier 4 fight is really different to the tier 0 fight. So, like, maybe just having it as a toggle so you can learn each one would potentially work. I mean, it's obviously not going to work for something like hardcore, but it would would give the option to get that XP back. I sorely missed that. I did sorely miss that this league.
Right.
It felt like there was no sort of like crawling reward
Yeah.
from doing a lot of the content.
Because it was a substantial amount that bosses gave before. Sorry, I misunderstood that. So it would just be for bosses. Yeah, I wonder if GGG could put in a system like that. Or, as you said, just make tier 0 something you have infinite tries on. Just no XP. But everything else, you should know the fight by now. You should know the risk. You know the reward going into this. And if you don't, well, it's on you. You lose XP if you die. I kind of like that.
I still think, I think it was just, a little bit too heavy-handed, maybe.
Well, I
I
think
missed getting XP in Sims.
yeah. Oh no, that Simulacrum, the breach domain. You're not getting any XP and any of that. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. All right, I watched your latest video, FARHAM, and during the course, we'll talk about the content of the video in a moment. But during the course of it, you mentioned that you are an old, grumpy man who enjoys PoE2. How old are you? Because I would think you're in your 20s. Are you not in your 20s?
No, I'm not in my 20s. I'm in my mid-30s.
You're in your 30s. Okay. Okay, so you're old. You think you're old. Okay. I heard somebody call someone who was 31 approaching 40, which is crazy to me. Okay, are you like 36?
In about 2 weeks, yeah.
Whoa! Look at that! Heck yeah! Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
Happy pre-birthday. Oh wow!
It's your birthday. Good guesses over in chat. Look
wow, 36 is my guess. Look at that. Look at that. See? They know. They're able to pin it down. Okay, is your birthday on 0.3's release? August 29th?
It's during that first week.
During that first week? Very nice. Very cool. Okay.
So I'll have to take one day off streaming to do,
Of course. What do you like doing on your birthday? Do you like going to a restaurant? Do you like chilling at your house with your friends? Do you like taking a solo day?
For a few drinks. A nice meal. Nice.
What is your drink of choice?
I'm a real ale drinker because I'm a grumpy old man. So what else is it going to be?
I didn't know. Maybe you like, I don't know, pina coladas. I like margaritas on the rocks, if possible.
No,
okay.
I suppose if like a porn star martini or something, if I want to look.
That's good. Hey, I tried martinis for the first time about 6 months ago. A green apple martini. Oh,
sweet,
dude, very sweet. Okay, it wasn't that sweet, but it was like tart. Because green like they're Granny Smiths in the U.S. I don't know if they're called Granny Smiths in the U.K., but they're like really tart. Yeah. They are. I have no idea. Yeah. Okay, but I really like that. It was way too much money though. It was like $11 for a tiny green apple martini.
That sounds quite cheap.
What?
Pay that much for a pint over in London?
What? Okay, well, London. See, I don't live like in New York City or anything. I bet it would be a lot more expensive in New York City. I'm like out in the sticks essentially. So
everyone in the UK lives in London. As you
okay.
The UK is London.
Okay. Yeah. Just like that is kind of the same thing where I live. I live in the Midwest. I won't give the exact state so people don't hunt me down.
So Utah. You live in like Utah or something.
Yeah, sure, Utah. Yeah, right? Let's say that. And it like no matter where you go to a concert or something or a venue, every single time the performer will always be like in Utah, the capital of Salt Lake City. They'll be like, "What's up, Salt Lake City?" You can be like 6 hours away from Salt Lake City, but they're just like everybody in Utah lives in Salt Lake City, and I always think it's so funny. Love doing that. Okay, that was a tangent. What the heck? Your age, that's how that came. Okay, I have one other burning question that's non-PoE2 related that I have to ask. 35 years old, are you lifting that barbell behind you?
Yeah, you can pay to make me do it on Twitch. It's 25,000 channel points.
Really? How much weight is that?
That's 68 kilograms. What's that in pounds?
Oh, that's a good amount.
227, is it? 2 pounds per kilo.
Dude, you need to get a tank top on. I know you said you looked for one and you didn't get it. But
I did look for one.
You did, yeah.
I even almost texted my ex-wife to ask her if she put them, but decided against it.
Dang it, man. That's good. That's how many reps can you do?
Oh, only about 7.
7?
Only about 7.
For like 200 plus pounds? That's still really good, man. Impressive.
Oh no, it's not quite. It's not quite £200, is it? It's like that's like 165.
Oh, 165. Oh, did someone do the math?
Yeah.
Did you do the math in your head? You master?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Nice, nice. That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. Very impressive. Okay, so let's get back to Path of Exile 2. A little bit of a tangent there. All right, so you played 0-1, you played 0-2. In 0-2, you got a Lightning Arrow Monk all the way to level 100. Of all the builds that you've played so far, what have you enjoyed the most? What skill or ascendancy combo?
It was the same at 0.1 and 0.2, although 0.2 was a different variant. But the Ice Strike Monk has been my favorite. I loved it in 0.1. It was broken with Temper Spell, with things dying in like a second. All right, maybe a bit overpowered, but in 0.2, because you couldn't do that with Temper Spell, I made it super tanky, so it could face tank. It was face tanking everything apart from Arbiter's Channel and Ball Attack, which one shots had like 12k ES and ES Leech, and it still used Temper Spell, but it also spammed Comets on top of the Temper Spell just because it had space, and it was it was pretty ridiculous. They made a mess of the screen, and the fact that it could face tank all the bosses was just kind of fun. It took like 30 seconds to kill tier 4 Zeshit. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't killing it fast. It was invested heavy into tank, but I think there was some talk at the time about tanky builds not being possible, and I was like, I bet one is.
That's impressive, dude. I mean, 30 seconds taking down T4 Zesh and being tanky. Man, you don't want to know how long it took me to kill Zesh T4 on my Tempest Flurry Monk. Oh, and I was not tanky in 0-1. Oh my goodness, that's cool. Is that what you go for? So no, you maybe did that as a response to a challenge. What do you really look for in a build when you're making it?
I actually do like tanky builds more than I like fast killing builds. Yeah, I do. So World of Warcraft pedigree always played tank. I guess that kind of carries over. I like to make something just base tank mechanics is always quite fun. And I suppose that obviously you need enough damage, especially in a game like this, right? Because the faster you kill stuff, the faster you loot, the more currency you gain. So I mean that. But at the same time, there's just something quite pleasurable about feeling like you could just stand there. You could go make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Talk to chat.
Getting clapped by Zesht and just not even flinching.
Cool. Yeah. Just going to chat about something instead. Yeah.
Do you think that they'll be, just as a bet, do you think they'll be addressing armor and armor-based scaling in 0-3, or do you think their caginess on it means it's not in the cards, it's coming in 0-4 or beyond?
I hope that they address something to do with that side of, just in general, that side of the tree, life and armor. I think at the moment there's a huge skew in the player base to be playing towards the evasion energy shield side of things, because it is just that much better in terms of EHP and everything. And armor scaling is it's really bad at the moment. I think once you get up to the big hits from Zeshit, the 7,500s, like the most you could reasonably look to be reducing them by is like 23%. But if you're on the armor side, you're on the life side, you're not getting an EHP of over 5.5k. So there isn't really a tank you can build on that side of things. So it definitely needs to work. I don't think just necessarily.
And if the druid is coming in, which it might, it's supposed to be on that side of the strength, intelligence, a little bit of energy shield, a little bit of armor. You'd hope that they'd address it a tiny bit or add some new interesting scaling options to that part of the tree. But I guess we'll see. And literally, I think the stream's going to be next week. So literally 1 week from now, we might, hey, Farm, we might even get a teaser while we're recording this. And if we do, we're pulling it up, we're reacting live. We're gonna see what it's like.
Oh, so, excellent.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see. I have Twitter up because that's where they post. It's always on Twitter. All right.
The thing is, are we going to see Determination Aura come back? Is that going to be the fix? Here, just have Determination Aura.
There's no way that's just going to be the solution in PoE1 and PoE2.
No, I don't think it will. I don't think Aura is going to come back in the same way that they did in PoE1. They got some big tuning down there from sort of, I remember in Heist League them being very broken to it being very hard to get that online.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That would be, I think, a band-aid fix. They should be a little bit more creative. Hopefully. We'll see. I feel like they really want that too. They don't, they don't want to just pull solutions from PoE1 and pop them in PoE2. It seems like they're really trying to think before placing stuff in the game like this so that they don't have that PoE1 situation happening again. Or at least that's what my mind likes to think. I'm like creating justifications for them because they just evade armor questions now, which is kind of funny. That was a little bit of a dad joke there. Okay, so Farm, your latest video that had the unfortunate effect of having very loud Tristram music playing. We're gonna let it soak into chat. Yep. It was an amazing video. Okay, it had great points of feedback from someone who played the game. You were very thoughtful in it. I thought it was concise too, which is great because we know they like bingo cards. Okay, so we want a shorter form video for them. And it brought up a lot of great points. Okay, so the thing you started with that I think everyone has an opinion on, and it affects everyone who plays in trade, which I believe, man, I don't want to say the stat. I want to say it's more than 75 or 80% of players. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. You talked about how just currency scaling is essentially out of control. You know, the divine to exalt ratio, the divine to chaos, a sync for exalts, a sync for divines, a sync for chaos. Like, as the league goes on, less people play, and the disparity between the super rich and the super poor just grows and grows and grows. So you presented, I think, a few solutions, and you talked about it in your video. Did you want to maybe break it down? Like, give us what you saw as you were playing and interacting with this economy into month 4 of Dawn of the Hunt. What was going on?
I mean, so obviously going into month 4 and looking at the exchange rate, you're looking somewhere at 6.1 million exalts to a mirror, which makes it sound very big and very scary. And you can do that with numbers, and it's fun. But obviously, exalts by that point have lost their value. They have value at the start because there is a certain amount of scarcity. People are using them primarily, I would imagine, to slam maps, maybe to slam a couple of bits of gear here and there. But it's not really a crafting method, right? There's no way to clean your gear and start again. So they have a limited value. So it's a bit of a scare thing. I actually think that I think divines were still trading to chaos at 1 to 15.
I heard that.
Someone fact check me on that.
I think it was 1 to 12, like about 5 days ago. So it was fluctuating between 12 and 18.
Yeah, so I think there's a clear move very very early on in the league from sort of exalts being relevant to chaos being relevant, and then everything does start to sort of inflate. But I mean, if you didn't start the league at league start and you're coming in a few weeks late, okay, your exalts are already worthless. So you're going to be struggling to sort of get going because you're not going to find enough chaos orbs to start reasonably buying gear or crafting gear. So yeah, I think the exalt price should stay stable for a little bit longer. I would think there's something that could be done there to stabilize it into the mid-league rather than just the first opening weeks.
In Path of Exile 1, sorry guys, bringing up Path of Exile 1, they have this. They have syncs for these trading currencies that the ultra wealthy will always basically have a use for these trading currencies. For example, Chaos Orbs. There are modifiers that you can add to your maps with Chaos Orbs. And the people who are farming at the high end, my understanding is they're always going to want to probably put on a high cost Chaos Orb modifier. I'm wondering if there's something they can do with Exalted Orbs so that the uber wealthy always wants to buy up the Exalted Orbs from the casuals or the people who are just playing, right? So, the stupid idea came into my head. Like a terraforming Atlas bomb where you chuck like 500 Exalted Orbs and it transforms the Atlas into a different terrain type or a certain type of map. Something radical like that I think would be kind of interesting. But I don't know. Some
sort of real-time strategy work on your 4X Atlas map with some Exalt sort of thing.
Yes. Yeah. Man, the Atlas map, dude. Okay. Well, I guess swapping over to that just really quickly. When you were in your video, you were just dragging your Atlas everywhere. Man, I've never built my Atlas to be that big, but mine was still rather large. Okay, it was you know, it was okay. It was an okay size. You know, it's like average. Okay, like it made me physically like, oh god, how can someone play like this? I don't think the Infinite Atlas works, man. I just don't.
No, I don't. Once it grows to once it gets to that size, it's a bit unwieldy. You know, people don't really know what to do with it. But just following on a bit there. But I understand it as a story or thematic piece. It actually feels like a continuation of the story, right? This like Doriani's tried to contain the thing, but Smiri's communed with the beast and become the lady with all of the huge tracts of land, and the looks a bit like, yeah, you know, that's all happened, and now the world's become corrupted. I feel like going out and like starting to clear that corruption, or like having a controlled atlas that you could just go and clear once, and that's almost like a finish of the story and your introduction to mapping, and then switch mapping to something that's a little bit more deterministic and not so procedural, but maybe work. I don't think I like the atlas as a story piece. I don't like it as a long-term interactable way to do my endgame content. It feels like a frustrating. It starts to feel like a frustration and a slowdown, because you're sort of, oh, where am I going next? Which direction am I going in? I've got it's the illusion of it. To me, it felt like the illusion of choice. Like I'm actually choosing between 40 different maps. I just need to find them.
Right.
I just need to find them in the right place with the right tower config. It's it just that sort of, we lengthened the whole process probably about 15 hours.
There is beauty in something being finite if they can find a compelling way to add. I like the concept of it being a world map, kind of like a Civ thing. I love real-time strategy, or at least I love Age of Mythology, Age of Empires. I love that sort of stuff. But in something like Path of Exile 2, like, and especially the way you navigate it, you drag across and everything kind of looks the same node-wise. There's not a lot of ability to edit it. You're just, like you said, having the illusion of choice, moving out in one direction. You know, I don't know. I don't know what they can do with this to make it better if it stays infinite. I kind of like the idea that you said, that maybe it's a little smaller, it's finite, you roll it once, you cleanse the corruption, and then there's some sort of deterministic but also procedurally generated atlas that reforms once you like clear the tier 0 atlas or tier 1, because I know they don't want to do a carbon copy of PoE1. That makes sense. They should do something new. But I also feel like this might not be it. They said they did it in about 7 months of work. It was probably the brainchild of theirs for years. And I just don't think that first iteration has played out. Hopefully, what do you think? Do you think they're confident enough to toss it at some point for something new?
I think they'd be confident enough to toss it for something new. Yeah, it looks like the sort of thing that, do you know what it looks? It's the sort of thing that looks absolutely amazing in a trailer and in a marketing piece. It looks incredible, and you know, things have got to look a certain way to sell. That doesn't mean it necessarily will functionally stay the same if it doesn't make a good gameplay, right? I don't think GGG are in the business of keeping complete trash around. That sounds really bad. They're not in the business of keeping mechanics around that don't work. They'll tune them down or fix them out. And I think that would come for something as large as the Atlas feature as well. I mean, the Path Exile 1 Atlas endgame experience has changed multiple times over the 15 years. I've got a map of it down there. It probably doesn't look anything like that map anymore. So the canvas one that came with Heist, I want to say Heist.
Okay.
I've got a snapshot of what it looks like then.
2020? I think Heist was 2020. Yeah.
Might have been. Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, was it Conquerors of the Atlas? Is that where you got it?
That's
2019?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
2019.
Yeah,
Metamorph.
Right.
Yep. Oh, man, I really wanted to buy that pack, dude. I really wanted to buy it. I couldn't. I had just started playing PoE at that point. Literally, that was my second expansion playing ever. I started in Blight. Could not justify it. I got the $90 supporter pack, but my wife was like, dude, you just started playing. You can't do that. One day I'll have it on my wall. You mentioned something in your video that it was essentially a really good corporate meeting pitch. The Atlas, like in the presentation, they're saying like, "Oh, it's procedural. Oh my gosh, this is crazy." you're so that wowed everybody back in November when they revealed it. I remember being absolutely wowed just seeing it. Everybody's reactions were, the big pog face. Everybody just was freaking out about it. But in practice, if you play it for 10 hours, 20 hours, it just becomes too unruly. I really think. Even with the map markers that they have added and everything, I think they should try something new. Don't throw out everything in favor for PoE1 endgame. Try something new. We got throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. Also, FARHAM, man, you said you called it trash and you said, oh, that's too far. That's not bad at all, bro.
I think I used the word complete before it.
Complete trash.
Before that, I didn't mean the word complete. I meant it because it's engaging for, as you said, 10, 20 hours. You feel really, really engaged with it. But then that's when the illusion of choice comes in, and that's when you're sort of going, oh, do I want to go in this direction, that direction? You're making a choice for the sake of making a choice. You might as well pick a direction and go, right? Just go in a straight line, and it's going to be the same as going in. Well, now you can see the towers out in the fog. I suppose you can pick the towers, right? But you just go in a straight line and branch off whenever you see a good tower configuration is probably the optimal way to do it, which I think defeats the point of having something like that, right? Because people just end up optimizing a route, and it'd be like mining for diamonds in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Just go down and strip mine every 2 blocks away until you find them.
I think they tried to add a little bit more choice in 0-2 when they add the cleansed areas versus the corrupted areas and everything. They tried to do that, but I don't think it accomplished it. Especially because the path to the passive points lies with it, that the power lies within those nexuses of corruption, and you don't want to stop with the cleansed maps. You just want to bounce from nexus to nexus. That's something that I guess you engage with, maybe 20 hours, 30 hours. Maybe you don't even do it. Did you actually engage with that, or?
Yeah, no, I did. But it was during the grind to 100. It was so did a lot of party play in second month with guys from the guild, and then we were running cleansed maps because the cleansed monsters only drop currency. But for a while, every unique they would have dropped was converted into a reliquary key. So they would just explode in reliquary keys because there's 6 of you. So
really?
they drop 15 reliquary keys at a time. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
We got a whole quad tab, and I spent 2 days opening. Anyway,
that's crazy.
So I engaged with those maps then, and I engaged only with corrupted maps when I was doing the grind to 100, because every time you kill monsters, you get the extra pack size. They spawn more monsters, more XP, exponential. Right. And I was prioritizing trying to set up good corruption areas and run those because it was optimal. But then you find yourself kind of frustrated when you're not running those, because you're like, oh, I've just dipped from 12, 13 mil XP an hour, and I'm starting to dip closer to 10. Oh, now it's 11, and not running that, it's adding another 2-3 hours onto this. It's like, oh.
I get that. Yeah, they just maybe throughout the experience they need to add that true choice, not the illusion as we've talked about. It's so curious.
The modifiers added a bit of spice though, with the things like the +1 level and stuff. That was good, but it was just felt too limited, right? They were the maps you really wanted to be running. Nothing else felt as good. So, but then again, there was also a point in time when running those corrupted maps, you would just get one shot by stuff. That was where a lot of the rippy one shots were happening from the corruption monsters with the Emperor Palpatine guys. I don't know what they're called. You're a law guy, you might know his name. Yeah, they zap you with all their lightning hands. 4 of them spawn at once, and then you can't target them while they're spawning, and then they instantly zap you because they're attacking while they're spawning.
Yeah, those mechanics are a little BS. I'm fine with vultures flying 3 screens at you, but the spawn on top, they're immune. Is it Val Foundry where they spawn? They take really long to spawn that. Oh God,
it is. Yeah, where they Val Factory.
It's Val Factory
where they come off the walls. The guys with the spinning blade arms.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like that in endgame, man. Oh, in the campaign, I'm good with it. It's a little bit more of a cinematic experience. It's cool. And in campaign, you're touching cadavers and everything. It's very cool. But in the endgame, I don't know about that. I think they should just be pre-spawned.
Yeah, or just have their animation style a little bit quicker so that they
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, they're not. You're not on top of them when they spawn, and then 3 of them whirly-gig you to death.
Definitely.
It's almost as bad as an on-death effect. It's
Oh,
like an on-start effect.
least
Just as bad.
least favorite on death effect.
Oh, but so many of them have.
I know there are.
There's only a few left in the game, really. I mean, the big exploding guys absolutely suck. They do suck. They catch me more often than
The
anything else. But
blobby boys, the ones that killed you at level 99.
Yeah. They're probably my most cause of death is running into those things. Because I don't pay attention to them.
What is that, dude? They are the most obvious creatures in the entire game.
Right.
No way, man. No way. What's going on?
When I blow stuff up, I stop looking at it. Right? I stop looking at it.
Interesting. I did not expect that.
Yeah, that's got to be them.
Yeah.
Or
It makes sense.
what
They
other
killed
death
you.
effects are left? What other death effects are even left?
Blobby boys. Volatile plants is still left, right? Is that a non-death effect?
Yeah, but they're a post. Yeah,
they're a rare
like
monster mod.
Corpse explosion. That's a non-death effect.
Bro, that's my least favorite. I don't see the tells for that.
I forgot about that. Oh, that got me at level 98 actually in trenches. Coming around a corner, and I was actually talking to chat. I was like, "We're going to be." I'd set up what was it? I set up something or other. I was like, "This is a really dangerous map." I had like 2 damage modifiers on it, and I was like creeping around the corner, like firing the bow ahead. And then there was a corpse explosion rare just around the corner. It blew up all the corpses in the tunnel, in the path I was in.
That is a rough way to go. Someone in the chat,
so
totally right. Mushroom boys, especially in, wow, I can't remember the fungal map now. What is it? That it constantly spawns. I swear.
Yeah, it's like it's like the 3rd area.
Yeah, it's where the druid, you fight the corrupted druid. I can't remember the name of it, but Decay. Decay is the map.
Yeah, people are right with Decay. Yeah.
God, that is rough.
Those things are just on the floor as well.
They're on
the
floor.
You can run over them and they just explode.
Yep.
Explode on you on the floor.
Walk right. Very thematic again. Very thematic. Very frustrating. I will not lie. Especially when like when I was leveling as a warrior. Oh, if you're like rolling, slamming, and you don't instantly move off the corpses, those kill you really quick. You gotta keep moving there, or you're done for.
Oh. I feel the plus attack time on warrior. It really does make it feel very different. I understand using a 2-handed mace, it should be slower. I don't think an unmodifiable plus 1.5 second attack to attack speed feels very good.
Yeah, I wonder if something like scaling that as it gets higher level, it gets a little faster. Maybe, but I was gonna be very English and say 0.1. We're gonna improve by 0.1 every 5 levels. So by the time it's a 20th level gem, it's a 1.1 extra. That would feel better. It would make sense. You're getting stronger with the maze. Yeah. You're getting more skilled. Like flat 1.5 the whole time is crazy. Crazy stuff.
And every single warrior skill seems to have some modifier like that, and it's like it just slows it down compared to the others. It really does.
True story. I've told this story too many times. People have probably heard it before. The first time I played PoE2, I chose warrior because I was like, oh yeah, everybody's hyped up this warrior. I'm so excited to play. Worst experience ever. Man, I sat next to Schwingy during this, and he chose to play the ranger. I was stuck in the not the second area, the third area, the forest for so long. I was stuck at the devourer for an hour, dude. Devourer for an hour on the warrior, and then at Draven for 2 hours. Not even joking. The warrior used to be so much worse. I swear the attack time was longer, and monsters would mob you way faster. I told Jonathan straight up, this is bad. This was not enjoyable. This needs to change. This is terrible. Like, the game looks great, but holy crap, the disparity. Watching Schwingy just like blasting Geonor, his first attempt, I was like, this is nah, man. So it's an improvement.
I can't remember exactly which interview it was in now, but it's Jonathan that said, I'm sure it was Jonathan that said that the warrior was the class they felt was sort of most balanced. I was like, oh no, Oh no, don't say that.
I hope it
It's the one
wasn't
I think
recent.
needs an uplift. No,
I hope...
it was months ago now. It was 3 or 4 months ago now.
No, no,
I,
no,
I,
no, no,
I
no,
want to
no.
think it was it the Gazzy Darth microtransaction one?
Well, that was it. That was just an interview that shouldn't have happened. That was a well,
Okay,
I'm the one.
You forget everything you know.
Yes, I know. That one right after 0.1 or 0.1's launch, that was a rough interview. That was rough from GGG. I don't think they were ready for that. I feel like every interview they've done since then, even the Ziz one, even though Jonathan wasn't too happy and Ziz was going hard at him, I still feel like they've been more ready for every interview, which is good. It's good. I was watching there was like a PC Gamer doc from 2023, Farm, and they were once again talking about literally in 2023 when the Warrior was in that super slow state, how amazing the Warrior is and how good it feels while they're playing through the campaign. And this is Mark saying this, okay? Mark, who's a blaster, he's like, oh, it feels so weighty. This is good. Oh my God, I just love playing my Warrior. And I'm sitting here watching this 2 years later, just like, oh my God, this is crazy. So much has changed. So much has changed. Okay, I'm curious, Farham. We talked a little bit about the end game. I know you haven't been fighting bosses nearly as often because you blasted to 100 and then you played Torchlight Infinite. But I'm curious, what's your favorite boss to fight in the game so far? We've had 9 months of basically the same repertoire of bosses. Who's your favorite?
The Breach boss, but for a weird reason. Because we need a target dummy.
Really? Really? He's your target dummy?
Target dummy, yeah.
What?
Can't do anything.
No, that's why you like it. Oh my God. What is
He's the
he's super
thing to
cheap.
a target dummy we've got.
He's like super cheap to right because you get so many. Wow.
You get your breach rings back, which cover your costs. So you have to just go through 2 minutes of running so that you can use the target dummy once, and then you can click your video and see how many frames it took. And you can work out your actual DPS and see if Path of Exile, Path of Building's right or wrong.
Interesting. GGG will not be pleased with that breakdown of Zesht, man. Oh my God. They put in like months of effort. They got the sound perfect, the environment, the effects, everything molded together. It was awesome. And Farham's just like, yeah, that's a target dummy for me, man. That's what it's turned into.
Doing it on the Juggernaut Invoker and fighting him for 30 seconds, and then go into the floor and then eat you out the floor like a big,
pretty cool,
like, gaping maw thing. Yeah, it's awesome. Have all the fists coming, getting fisted. It's always good.
Getting clapped is always great. Yeah, he's clapped me a few times. It's been pretty rough. I learned his mechanics when I fought him on tier 4 as a monk. Oh my God, that was a long fight. It was like 5 minutes. Did not have damage.
Yeah, the first time I did the fight, 0.1, first time 0.2, have to dodge everything and do it properly. And the fights are actually engaging the first sort of few times. But then I don't know. I tend not to farm them until I can farm them. I wouldn't want to waste the cost of the keys, right? So until I know I'm going to win the fight, I just
exactly
go out to maps.
Yeah, I've never even fought the King of the Mists in PoE2. I've never found one of those keys. Never been able to really afford a one either. So, but I fought him in PoE1. Cool fight.
Being forced to run the maze is the best thing ever. I love running the maze over and over again. I think I've died in that maze 3 times. Getting consumed by and now you can't even log out if you've really messed it up. You just have to accept that you're going to get eaten by the mists.
It seems pretty forgiving. I watched my dad do it and he totally messed up the maze and I was just you're done, man. You've made 3 wrong and he still got out. I was shocked. It seems more forgiving than in PoE1 because I remember in PoE1, man, I messed up that maze like 6 fights in a row. Oh, lost that. Goodness. Okay. You had another interesting take in your video, your big feedback video for 0.3. And that is you currently, maybe I'll say your phrase familiar. You think the limit of 1 support gem per character, 1 of each support gem per character, is complete trash. I think it's complete trash, or what do you not like about it?
Now, this is probably the take from my video that, following everyone's comments, that I've gone away and really thought about the most. And I thought, is the fact I don't like it because there's just not enough support gems yet, which we know there's going to be more, and there's going to be more combinations that come. And I thought, well, maybe that's part of it, but I still think that there is, if you've got 20 gem slots to fill up, and you've got 200 possibilities, and you can only put one thing in each skill, and you've got two skills that do cold damage, let's say. You can't use the thing that just gives you 25% cold damage. The first thing you're probably going to do is go to a guide and say, tell me what 20 things to put in my 20 slots, because this is going to take me forever. And it's a barrier to it. I think it's a barrier to, I feel like it's a barrier to experimentation, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I can see why it's there, right? Because there's a problem in PoE1 where everyone focuses in on the same 10 to 15 support gems, right? They're used for every single build. No one uses anything else. Because it's optimal to use just the ones that give biggest damage. So I think I will warm to it as more support gems are released. But ultimately, right now, I feel like I'm against it because there's not enough choice. And I believe it does take away this sort of. It takes away people's personal experimentation.
I actually I kind of agree with your take and I think there's a different solution. Obviously, adding more gems is great. I think a lot of them are just bad right now. Like there's such an obvious right way to build skills, right? And there's a clear set of support gems that are superior to all the rest, and you really want to use those support gems on these skills, and then everything else is a tier below. Something like, and it's probably going to be nerfed, but in its current state, something like Volt support is like, oh my god, hell yeah, that's a lightning spear. But you chuck that in a lightning spear, you feel so good. You can, it's that thing that Mark and Jonathan and Chris Wilson always used to describe, where when you equip a new item or a new passive ability on your character, they really want you to feel your character change with that. And very few support gems, I think, make that happen. But Volt is a great example of you feel a noticeable difference between not using it and using it. But I think if they get more support gems in a place like that, maybe not to the busted level of Volt, but in a better place, it'll be nicer, and it'll allow people to customize their builds quite a bit more alongside a huge new set of skills. But I totally think your critique was in a good place given where the game is right now. You know,
I think to your point, I guess the mana flask one as well. It's a niche skill gem, but if you could work that into your build, the reward from using that was significant. However, if you can't work it into your build because you need your mana potion for everything else, I would like the option of just using another gem that does some damage, maybe not as much, but just something else, you know.
Yeah.
So but then again, enough niche supports come in, you can start to build more complex characters, right? Where your choices feed into what supports are going to be best for you. Hopefully, they released a couple of weapon types in 0.3 or something like that, and we see a wealth of support gems come along with those.
You are such an excellent segue. I just was going to ask you about 0.3. So, it's coming. 2 weeks, August 29th. There is a 0% chance they delay it. We know it's going to be here. They've released that one cryptic teaser and nothing else for them. What do you think is the most exciting thing to you that they could add to the game? Like a piece of content, whether it be a boss, an act, a weapon, like you just said. What would be the thing that really buzzes you?
Interestingly enough, I don't think it would necessarily be a new weapon.
Okay.
I think it would be a completion of the campaign, and I mean potentially a full completion. I think it would be reasonable to think that it might be done. I think a full release of the campaign is going to bring a number of things. You got more maps, so even if the illusion of choice changes, well, at least I've got choice between 100 instead of 4. You got more bosses. You'd have, well, mostly those two things, right? You've got more map bosses. You've got more potential maps, which is going to keep the early to mid game a lot more interesting before you get into your end game farms. And I think beefing up that early to mid game is what's going to keep players engaged, casual players engaged for longer. So I think that'd be what yeah.
We're in total agreement, man. I think finishing out the campaign would be the most exciting thing they could add. I agree with you. A lot of people think like new weapons, class, end game. I think the campaign, like, you're seeing the bigger picture. I see that too. It affects so many different systems. New base items is another thing that I think not a lot of people think about. It'll add 3 new acts of cool base item types that hopefully will be scalable. There are some base items in the game, like the pure electricity quarterstaff, that I see that and I'm like, oh, you must be able to do something cracked with Tempest Flurry, and then you just convert everything to the lightning.
Let Dead Rabbit and Rake crafting up one of those. I'm sure Dead Rabbit and Rake crafted up one of those for a flicker.
Oh,
was it optimal for flicker monk?
Okay.
Was that what it was optimal for? I think it was.
Really?
Flicker monk.
Okay. Hey, I'm eating my words. But how many divines did they put into that baby? How many? Many?
Probably about 500 or 600. the pile kept going up, down, up, down. I couldn't keep track of it between stream to stream. It was different every time I looked. There was 2 mirrors at one point. There was no mirrors at one point. It was.
Oh God, dude, I can't even fathom that. One day, hopefully we'll get a mirror drop. Ugh. Yeah, but the campaign, that would be great. Do you have any guesses on what we've heard Act 6 is going to be a race to the finish, nonstop adrenaline. Do you have any guesses on maybe story-wise what that might be? I know a lot of people aren't lore hounds like I am, but
I feel like I should have done some homework. I should have known you were going to ask me lore questions because you like the lore.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. You could talk about how Tyrael is going to come in and save us. So it would be a fine answer. It's fine. Good.
Isn't that Diablo?
That's Diablo. Yes.
Different action RPG. The Tristram music's going to play really loud.
Literally, I turned that off, right? I did. I turned it off. Oh, okay.
And what you could have to do is run the gaunt. You have to run this sort of aqueduct, but it's going to be covered in. It's going to be a bit red, and you have to run that like 10 times, and then you start maps.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe they'll put in a little homage or something. I think, dude, you might be trolling, but I think you might be right. I think it's going to be blood themed. We're going to be going inside of some hell of Path of Exile or something. There were data mines or accidental leaks that showed one of the final areas is called the Path to Exile.
Oh,
pretty cool. Pretty cool area name. A little on the nose.
Cool. I imagine there's going to be a lot of tentacles and that sort of stuff going on. The beast is a very tentacly looking thing. It looks like it's growing as well. So maybe we're like going like inside it, like fighting our way through to the heart. This could be something like that. I don't know. Tentacles.
It's grown massively. So I think this time we'll actually get to fight the beast, unlike in PoE1 where we're just going inside of it. I think they're going all out for that final encounter.
We do that in PoE1, don't we? We actually do that in PoE1. We go inside and kill the nightmare dude, don't we?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Malachi's inside the beast. The beast is so big, there's a few zones inside of him. I feel like we'll get to actually battle this version of the beast at some point after watching it evolve. So I think that's not the final boss of Act 6. My crazy theory is the final boss of Act 6 is Sin. And we have to kill him once and for all because he created the first beast that caused 2 cataclysms of Rayclast, almost a third. And then, of course, he was carrying this seed of corruption that allowed Oriana to work with the Count and with the King to feed it and everything. So this dude's carrying out around all these seeds. We just need to kill Sin, let it be done with. So that would be a really cool kind of full circle moment because he disappears in PoE1. Where does he go? He goes to PoE2, right? It would be so cool. I'd love it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your guess is probably a lot better than mine because yours is actually based on things that have actually happened in the game and the story.
We'll see. They could hoodwink us. So we'll have to find out. Okay, so I have one final fun question for you. Okay, put yourself in the shoes of Jonathan or Mark or a lead designer at GGG. If you had complete creative control and you could head the design of a new endgame mechanic or a league mechanic in Path of Exile 2, what direction would you go? You can go as in depth as you'd like, or just give us something surface level.
No, I think it's important to probably. So obviously GGG have made a commitment to keep Path of Exile R1 going and have Path of Exile 2 going at the same time. And obviously they've got really Path of Exile 1's got a really strong community and a lot of people very committed to that game. But Path of Exile 2 really is the chance to sort of draw in the new players, right? New players might not come at a league start, they might come at any time. And I think what I'd be looking at is something that lets me sort of normalize the mid to early crafting in a way that it's accessible no matter when someone picks up this game. Because whenever it's marketed, whenever they pick it up, you want them to have a good time, right? You don't want them just to have a good time in the campaign. The campaign's good. The first 3 acts are great. I expect the next 3 to be great. That you're going to have a good time there. Even running through it twice back to back is fun. But once you get into maps, if you don't start at the start, you're too far behind. I'd want to be fixing that problem. I'd be looking to fix that problem with something that's quite. Harvest keeps coming to mind, but you don't want to just replicate Harvest, right? But it's that sort of deterministic crafting system. But I would keep it just to the mid tiers. I wouldn't let that go into sort of the top tier crafting. I think the top tier crafting, being as expensive as it is now, it's mirror tier crafting, right? But what is there for the mid tier? I'd be looking to introduce some fun way to sort of unlock and do that. That's not just a crafting bench, where there's some sort of league mechanic. I do believe they're going to be releasing this 0.3 is going to be coming as a proper league where the league has a league. So maybe this, it would be that league mechanic where, so it'd be a league mechanic really focused on crafting.
I'd love a, like you said, entry to mid-level crafting experience. There were a lot of those in Path of Exile 1, and yes, you could scale those to extreme levels, but like Harvest is a great example. That's one that was very basic if you were just a beginner or not, too deep into the complexities of the game, and you could engage with it, and it was good, and you could make good enough items, and make consistent improvements. I love that about Harvest and PoE1. I really hope they get a little further away from this pure RNG fiesta they have in PoE2 and give players who don't have a ton of time to invest with like expedition crafting or a ton of smarts and currency to spend on omens a way to engage. Come on, GGG. Come on, you could do it.
You could also use it as a sink for some of the existing currencies, like exalts, right? And then you can hold some value on those. And then as new players are coming in, well, your exalts someone can spend X amount of them to do a deterministic craft at the mid tier, or in fact, you could hold on to them. And that rare item you picked up, that's almost good, but it's missing that one key stat. You can craft it yourself, and all of a sudden your build comes online. You have some options, I think. I don't believe that sort of deterministic crafting should be for the high tier. I do strongly feel it should be for the mid low tier. But I you take something away from that.
Yeah, in total agreement. Now,
specializing.
That's like the cool gimmick. What do you think the monster theme would be? What kind of monsters would you want to see in the game? If they were to add like a new class of monsters, new pack type. Got anything in particular? I hear you might like hands a lot. Do you want more handy creatures?
You mean like lots of coordinates just crawling across the floor?
There you go. Yeah. Just like a hand crawling like this across the floor. They could do some fun.
And they could burrow like scorpions and then jump from underneath you.
There you go.
Try and drag you down. Have like the quicksand effect as they try and pull you in.
That's actually terrifying. I need to add those monsters to like my D&D world. Like hand demons literally like dig really fast and burst out of that's good for them. That's good. Oh, they could do that.
New boss. There you go.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that's like the build up to Zesht. There's a bunch more hand bosses coming in the game, and you just spoil what's arriving.
It like drags you through the floor, and then you go into like area 2, and then it's like Zesht heals back up, and this is my final form. Bigger hands.
Look at you're a boss designer. Look at that. That sounds awesome. All right, FARHAM, do you have anything else you wanted to chat about? We've been going for a little over an hour. Is there anything else?
I think we've covered quite a lot. It was really nice to go in depth on some of those and actually sort of go in a bit of, thank you for asking questions sort of related to them. I'm really glad to have the opportunity to explain some of the things I sort of touched on in my video.
Oh, 100% FARHAM, dude. I appreciate you getting up in the middle of the night so my kids could spend some time with me. It was fantastic. We'll have to do this again in the future, man. Everybody in the live chat right now, make sure you go and check out FARHAM's Twitch channel and his YouTube channel. They'll be in the description. I'm going to plug them in the live chat as well. If you're watching the VOD, do the same thing. Give them a sub. You're going to be doing anything interesting to start out the league, or just hopping in, playing, and celebrating your birthday a few days after it starts?
I booked off 2 weeks from work. I will be streaming quite a lot. I'm probably going to be doing league start with the officers from the guild, so we're going to be going probably directly into party play and party maps. So yeah,
well, that's super exciting.
That's the plan.
Awesome.
That's the plan.
Well, good luck. I hope you have incredible drops that first 2 weeks there, and we'll check in later, FARHAM. Thank you so much for chatting, and thanks everybody here for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Thanks very much for having me on, man. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I will chat to you soon.
100%.
Collapse somewhere and fall asleep.
All right, man. Have a good night. See ya. Bye.
Man. Bye.
Okay, everybody. There we go. Oh, I see myself. Let me get rid of myself. That was phenomenal. W or L? We're back to it. W or L? Was that a good pod, bad pod? You guys enjoy it? FARHAM is an absolute champion. Staying up that late. Oh my goodness gracious. Actually, I think he took a nap, which is even nicer. So he was all rejuvenated for the day. Thought that was really fun. 1:35 p.m. New Zealand time. The pod is done. You know what that means? It's teaser time, right, everybody? Yeah, seriously, that was awesome. Thank you so much, FARHAM. Here you go. Here's his YouTube channel, you guys. Here's his FARHAM. Here you go, everybody in the live chat. Please go subscribe to him. Absolutely fantastic guy to talk to. Go. And then I'll send his Twitch as well. FARHAM. Grab these before.
Something. At last.
There we go. Eps with FARHAM. Eps with FARHAM. Oh my goodness, Blaze. Thanks for the T1 for 3 months, bro. Hope you guys have been having a fun chat. We have. And Zhao. Are we there yet? No, Zhao. No, we're not there yet. No. But you know what's coming, and that's not fair. I'm getting really antsy. I can't wait. I can't wait to find out what's actually coming. Oh, 1 week left. I refuse to believe the stream isn't next week. There's no way they go crazy and just do something off the wall and don't do the reveal next week. There's no way. There's no way. They got to do it next week. They have to. All right. I've checked out a few of FARHAM streams like him. Yeah, it's great. 2:37 for me in the UK. Always nice to see FARHAM. Well, thanks for tuning in so late, dudes. Yeah, honestly, guys, I think the teaser is opening night live.
You are mad, Exile. Mad! And I love it.
Whoa! 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 Chuck Jessup, my man. Thank you for another 5 gifted subs. You're going berserk tonight. Holy crap, dude. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. I think that was a good first return to podcasting. I was interrupting him a little bit. I felt bad, but it's okay. I'm going to get back into the swing of things. Yeah, I think the 19th is opening night live. That's probably when we're going to get the announcement. Do GGG only do reveals on certain days? For years, they have done their live stream reveal 8 days before the launch, which would be next Thursday, the 21st of August for most of the world. In New Zealand, it's like a day ahead. I don't like odd numbers. Thank you so much, man. Goodness. So stream is like 20th or 21st on last epoch's launch. Yes. Which is honestly why I think maybe they do it on the 20th. Or they come in on a Saturday and they do it on the 22nd. Because, man, that would suck for EHG. Holy, that would right in the heart. Right in the heart. Because I think a lot of people are going to be tuning in to 0-3. They have, as we talked about, they have done quite a bit of hyping about 0-3 as opposed to 0-2. I think 0-3 is going to be larger than 0-2. It has to have, I think, at least a new act. And that's going to excite a lot of people. I am also of the belief it's going to have a new class too at this point. They're really building it up. I got you, sub, when GGG does their Twitch drops. Oh, well, thank you, Agent Alabama. They're going to do Twitch drops. They always do Twitch drops. Also, oh, brother, is it hot where I am? Yes, it is extremely hot. It's, well, it's only 73 degrees outside right now. But today it was 90. I have an air conditioner actually running, and I'm still not cold. You can see, like, my nips aren't showing through my shirt, so that's how you know I'm still kind of warm. I still think we're getting at least 2x. No, okay. People said I was manifesting that lots of people were talking about all 3 acts coming to the game. No, all the discourse I read were like, oh, we're actually going to get all 3 acts. They're totally going to get all 3 acts. Look, this teaser means it. Oh, my goodness, they've had all this time. Miso, freaking Miso, who I saw in the chat earlier. Bro, if you're still in the chat, I think a lot of people are buying into your theory. Where Jonathan said last year, oh, the acts were 80% done when we started working on the end game, which was about more than a year ago now. So they have to be done at this point, right? They've been working on them the past 5, 6, 7 months, right? They just had to do tuning and blah, blah, blah. Man. I will do a 24-hour stream, eat a burrito live on camera. And what's the other thing I said I'd do? Oh, I'll watch clip channel videos on stream, if that's true. I'll do a 24-hour. If they're all 3 acts coming to the game, we got 6 acts, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the degenerate streamer thing, go for 24 hours straight. But I refuse to believe all 3 acts are coming to the game. I do not want to set myself up for utter disappointment. 1 act, maybe a class. That's it. We'll see. It's 70 there. It's 82 right now outside Midwest too. Yeah, it's raining outside where I am though. So like there's thunder. I'm surprised my power didn't go out. We're very lucky it didn't go out mid podcast. Look at the hype for point 2. A lot of people were expecting multiple classes and we got 1. That's partially on me. My videos were popping. I really thought we were getting druid. I was wrong. I'm trying to be less wrong now. Could you eat the burrito regardless? See, a lot of people were saying, what the hell? You'll eat a burrito on stream? How is that? What's cool about that? Y'all have not seen me eat a burrito. It's stupid. Everything falls out. The meat, the cheese that's sticky, but it still falls out. The beans just collapse. The lettuce goes everywhere. If I get guac, I somehow get guac like all. It is embarrassing. Okay. So I'll do something super embarrassing if I'm wrong with this prediction. That's the burrito thing. I thought more people were embarrassed when they ate burritos, but I guess that's not the case. I'm just different, I guess. Unless they go 1.0 in December, there's no reason to release all the acts when they can save them for future leagues. See, no, but that's the thing. I don't like that mindset, Nibini, because I want Grinding Gear Games to get as much of that content in the game as possible into early access so that they can fine-tune it and they can get a lot of feedback from these people who are playing in early access right now. And they can make radical shifts to the game. That's what I really want. If they wait to add all this content and they drip feed it out, as that suggests, we're going to be in this state of like early access where people are like, is it a game or is it not a game? Is it released or is it not released? And they're all, a lot of people won't play an early access title. A lot of people are saying, I'm just going to wait for 1.0. If we are drip feeding content out, it's going to be a long time for that. And I just think that's unfortunate. Jonathan and Mark will not be at Gamescom personally. A German streamer asked Jonathan and he said they will not be there. Okay. I still think they might do an announcement at opening night live. Like they might have a teaser. That makes sense if because their reveal stream it's got to be next week. They definitely wouldn't be at Gamescom. about to launch a new league. Wow, the lightning's crazy. I'm finally here when Try is streaming. I know, it's a late stream. Well, these are actually my new stream times, essentially, because I've got all the kids 2027 release for 1.0. At this rate, probably. That's mine. I get that, but it's free content for a weak league mechanic. Hopefully it's not a weak league mechanic. Hopefully we're not looking at something weak. Oh, they did. They've done Gamescom trailers both times at Gamescom. In fact, last year during opening night live, while my wife was in labor, they released the release date for the scuffed launch of Path of Exile 2 Early Access. I watched it 15 minutes before my daughter was born. It happened really fast. My daughter was born fast, okay? Quick birth. But my wife still, still talks about it to this day. I know, I'm one of the gamer dads of all time. Hey, it was a distraction. We'd been there since 3 a.m., it was around 2:30 at night and at the afternoon, No delays in the trial. I actually did not get I got a video on it a week or two late. Oh. Why is Guild Wars 2 posting? Path of Exile 2 should be posting. By the way, I think they need separate Twitter accounts. I think Path of Exile 1 should have a separate Twitter account from Path of Exile 2. What did they just post? What did Guild Wars 2 just post in the middle of the night? Video is unavailable in private. What is the Guild Wars 2 Twitter account doing? Come on. Has there been a Path of Exile post today? There hasn't been a Path of Exile post. I feel like there might be a post in 13 minutes, guys. We're going to see. Your kid can only turn out as Savior of the Galaxy. I think what? We heard you didn't even hold her hand try. Yeah, that's crazy. Since we're here stalling for 13 minutes until this teaser for PoE2 totally comes out. Two kids, my wife has given birth to 2 kids so far. My 2 daughters. And I did not feel like passing out either time. Is this a myth that people tell you, or any dads in the chat? Did you actually feel lightheaded or like you had to pass out? And both these times, I had not eaten. We'd been there for an entire day. The first time, I was terrified, but I didn't pass out. And then I was so excited when it happened. My second one had the umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck, so that was probably the scariest moment of my life because she came out purple. They unwrapped it really fast and patted her, and she started crying. But that 2-second period, scariest moment of my life, hands down. Oh my gosh. Ugh. But I've never felt like I'm gonna pass out. 2 girls. I must have been a naughty young man. I know. Very, very, very much so. Going to head off. Nice to jump into my first and definitely not last streams. Oh, well, thank you, Kevlar. Have a great night. Cal Tarak with one of the takes of all time. You aren't the one giving birth. Why the heck are you passing out? Bro, people literally pass out when their wives give birth and they see it. No symptoms either time. Did cry when heard my first baby cry. I mean, it was gross. I mean, yeah, it can be I don't know. I don't know if gross is the word I'd call it, but I understand if you're I don't like this, but passing out. I had to look away, but didn't feel sick or anything. I have a 2-month-old. Congratulations, Gotagoom. You were fine. With the car crash story recently, it sounds like you've had a crazy couple of years, man. Bro, the rundown of my life the past few years has been insane. Okay, I always wanted to get into game development and everything. I never thought that I would be in the situation I'm currently in. That is why I always, if any of you ever have considered making content or making a YouTube channel or something, go and do it. Because I literally just randomly started doing it. I had one video get picked up in the algorithm, okay? It was a shit video. And the rest is history. interview game director of, you know, like my favorite game of all time, fly out to LA, you know, twice, right? Crazy. Go for it. You never know what can happen. The worst that can happen is you spend some time editing videos and it doesn't pan out, right? It's crazy what can happen with social media these days. For all the bad things that it does, there's still some good in this world. And it's worth making content for. Did anybody like my Lord of the Rings reference in my latest video? One comment pointed it out. Where I was like, yeah, I asked Neversink for one idea, and he gave me 3, much like Galadriel gave Gimli 3 hairs or something like that. One person, I thought that was... I don't script those videos, by the way. That's just all me riffing like I am now. Just felt right in the moment. I like reacted to I watched the clip and then I recorded that immediately after. And I was like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know? Thank you, Asmund. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, the Gamescom. Yeah, the boss kill event at Gamescom has new bosses. That basically confirms a new act. I do think. Pretty sure that means your daughter is Vin Diesel from that one movie, bro. I do not know what that means. I found you with your lore videos on YouTube. Oh, that's you. But are you one of the OGs? Because that's what I used to do. I used to do only lore videos. How you chose this timing of making the video what PoE2 needs when it's clear they can't implement things last minute? Because it was kind of a prediction sort of thing, right? Also, you might not be aware, but I've had some like tremendous illness, some tremendous unfortunate illnesses where I literally just was suffering hard. So I took like a month and a half from making videos. I had that video idea 3 months ago, but I wasn't able to actually pull it off until now. I remember I reached out to, you know, probably 25 content creators. I think 18 of them got back to me, right? So, or all of them got back to me, but only 18 provided stuff like that. That was an ordeal. I had to schedule a lot of stuff. It does take a lot of time. So I just haven't been feeling well the past while. I really wanted to get that out months ago. We need full game PoE2 for Game of the Year 2025. Did Notorious. It's not going to be Game of the Year 2025. Maybe 2026. That scene is only in the extended edition? I believe so. Don't you mean the only edition? Lord of the Rings lore videos win. I don't think I would be able to beat out Nerd of the Rings or In Deep Geek or anybody like that. Or what is it? What is the guy? Tolkien Untangled is another one I like. Frosty had the best take. Powers. PoE2 on Mac. And what was the other one? Oh, a cookbook. Path of Exile 2 cookbook. Hey, Shrug D2. Thank you so much, my man. PoE2 is mine, started in November. Channel grew massively after trying for years. Awesome, Kevlar Peterson. See? You can just pop off. Whoa, why are people thirst trapping over my picture? What is what? Oh no, Expedition 33 is Game of the Year. What is going on? Oh my god. What is this? Bro, you look gigantic. Arrow. Do you even go to the gym? Damn. Love your videos, try. Oh, I can't wait for 03. The hype is incalculable. Oh god, please no. I think we are in for a huge surprise, which is why they've been so hush-hush this close to release. Chill, you're getting too ripped. Giga Chad holy. I'm gonna like all these comments. Arrow made fun of me when I wore my tank top in LA. He was like, bro, what are you doing wearing this tank top? Nobody's wearing a tank top. And I realized, yeah, literally nobody else is wearing a tank top. But I just wear tank tops. Thought it would be hot in LA, but nobody wears tank tops in LA. What? Why? It's so hot. All the video was missing Jonathan saying he hopes that we get good in 0.3. Like I said, I asked him. He's just very busy. I'll do it again for 0.4. I plan on making that video every single league And I'm going to try to get a variety of content creators every time. We'll have some repeats, of course, but I want to get like different perspectives and everything. So that time I was going for a lot of people that I've recently like been talking a lot with, a lot of smaller creators that I'm really trying to help lift up and everything. So Expedition 33 of that new Donkey Kong game. I have not played that. It's good to hear that it's good. Man, I have a Diablo, wow, Expedition 33 video that I really want to make. I have it scripted, but I need to make it. I need to get footage for it because I didn't record any of my Expedition 33 gameplay, so I need to play Expedition 33. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What a cool game. Wearing tank tops in LA is like the tourist equivalent of people calling San Francisco San Fran. Oh no. My dad just called San Francisco San Fran today. He's out in California right now. Oh, goodness gracious. Wait, Mustang Grew. What was your comment before? I'm coping, brother, but it would be hilarious to see all the people's reaction if something like this happened. What were you coping with? I don't see your other comment, Must. PoE2 0.3 canceled due to supporter packs not being ready. I feel like that's not the case, Love Source. Not the case. Game of the year of 3 acts and 5 classes. No. I think Expedition 33 deserves it. By the way, speaking of Expedition 33, let me get on that amazing music again. Because I love that music. I'll turn it down, don't worry. Man, oh, this track just puts me in a good mood. Goodness gracious. Alright. Okay. For those who come after, indeed. Well, this is the Sophie. I call this the Sophie song, because this is when you play as Sophie for a little bit. Oof. Yeah, so, by the way, this is something that I keep procrastinating on. Remember how I got my family and all of my friends, I don't have many friends, to play Path of Exile 2? I really want to interview them to get their perspective. Like my dad has a level 94 maxed out Amazon. He had like 500 divine orbs in his stash. I'm not even kidding you. Like people were, I remember that was a thing when PoE2 first came out, when people were really mad at me. I kept bringing up my father and how my family was playing and everything, and they were new players. They'd never played any games like this and so on and so forth. Well, now my dad has turned into an even, like, absolute hardcore gamer. He has blasted all, he's completed his Atlas. He's killed every single boss. He has all of his Atlas points. Crazy. He outplayed me by far. Yeah, he followed Flubgun's build. Lightning, Spear, and Serpent's Fury. Yeah, he can one-shot tier 4 Arbiter of Ash. My dad is very excited for the new league. Yeah, he loves it. He played the hell out of 0.1. His character was way better than mine in 0.12. My dad probably has like 400, 500 hours in PoE2, if not more. So, but it's funny, like everybody was like, oh, who gives a crap about your dad? Don't bring up your dad into the... And now my dad's like probably played more than everybody, has a pretty interesting opinion on the game and everything. But I'm going to get him, maybe not on the pod, probably not a live video, probably pre-recorded, but get his take on the game. My brother as well, not nearly as hardcore. My brother, I don't even think he beat any pinnacle boss this league. I think he only got to like tier 7 maps or something. People will be mad that my dad can finish Ascendancies. Yeah, people already got mad that my dad could down Zarok. No, he finished all the Ascendancies, did all that stuff. Your dad no longer invites me to groups. No, the opposite. My dad wants me to play. My dad asks me to play constantly, but I'm like, Dad, I literally, and it's at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., right? Because, you know, I don't live there anymore. I've moved out of his home. So he gets off work and he's like, all right, time to play PoE2. And I'm with my girls. Like, I can't play, Dad. I can play this late. This is around the time I can play, but earlier, it's not happening, man. So, no, he constantly invites me to play. He wants to carry me through the game. Papa try too volatile for live TV. Actually true. Actually true. That's one reason. Okay, but the primary reason is just might be too meandering. Okay. All right, GGG gonna release something. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. GGG. 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 GGG, where are you? Come on. Come on, now is the time. Right on the hour. Hey, Bretson, what's happening, man? We're just chatting about how my dad is an absolute giga Chad in Path of Exile 2. And the possibility of maybe there being a teaser today, but, you know, it's likely just going to be Gamescom, guys. There's no way they release a teaser right now. No, it didn't work. Didn't work. Unfortunate. Big news! No Path of Exile teaser released. The new league drops August 29th, so we're 2 weeks away. Yeah, oh, so that's something that we could chat about for a second, guys. I know a lot of us don't play Diablo 4, really. I'm going to probably play the new expansion like I played Vessel of Hatred, just for the story, just to play it. What do you guys think all the streamers are doing? A lot of people got invited out to Blizzard HQ to play Diablo 4, and they're getting, like, special hoodies with their names on them and like, Blizzard is going all out. What's going on here? Some of them are staying for like a week to do this. What's going on? Are they listening to the developers? Are they listening to like the core player base? Are they going to transform Diablo 4 into a completely different game? What is happening here? I'm so curious to see, because we're quite confident that we're going to get the expansion trailer at Gamescom opening night live for Diablo 4. So this must be a big preview for all those Diablo people. I mean, Diablo 4 is dead forever. The teaser for the post on Reddit was released at 9:33 CST. I think we still got 30 minutes. Okay. All right, I'll wait. They got paid to shill and hype the game. Yeah, I don't like calling people shills, because I think a lot of people genuinely might enjoy it. And I think a lot of the Diablo 4 lovers, or the Diablo lovers, turned into Diablo 4 haters because they just didn't like it. Like, they were very honest. Like, Rax is a great example, but I don't think Rax is out there. Maybe that's a bad example. But anyway, like, I don't think many people are actual shills. I think there are quite a few people, especially in the ARPG community, that give their true opinion. For example, I am called a shill. Okay? I don't critique people say I don't critique Path of Exile 2, that I don't, when I get to chat with Jonathan, I don't ask tough questions, People can believe that. I don't think it's true at all. And I don't know if it's fair to call any of the D4 creators shills necessarily. You don't think Rax is a D4 hater? I thought he didn't like it. I thought he only played like 2 hours. Maybe is hater the wrong word? So sorry, I classified them into two groups. Just people who are dissatisfied with the game, right? He just played for a little bit and he's like, it's not for me. GGG Vision. Who is this GGG Vision account? I need to know who this is. Is this GGG? Is there a way for me to check if this is actually GGG? I don't think it is, but GGG Vision, last time the teaser dropped, you were in the chat saying it's going to drop any moment now, and then bam, it dropped. You're not from GGG. Okay, cool. Try there showing them secret quest that's disappearing and turning into new expansion, no joke. Try, they are showing him. Okay, interesting. 14 days from the patch. Okay, all right, yeah. Well, no, you're off. You're off, GGG Vision. You're off by 3 days, right? PoE2 and WSD was my first intro into ARPGs. Click to Move is a pillar of ARPGs that PoE2 shattered. It's so good. Diablo 4 has Diablo 4 has WSD too. I don't think it's as fully implemented as in PoE2, but it is in there. He's disappointed in the direction. Yeah, you guys are right. I misphrased that. GGG announcement leak. Rob Rod Ferguson replaced by Chris Wilson. That'd be crazy, but we all know Chris is working on a new game. Super funny, though. I told my wife that Rod Ferguson left Blizzard, right? And she, unprompted, she's just like, you know, it'd be funny if she went and joined Chris Wilson in making his new game. My wife's kind of turning into like a ARPG lore hunt, like an actual gamer. She's got cred. She's like, yeah, I remember Chris Wilson's making that new game. You know, what people would think is kind of ironic if that Rod guy goes and joins him. I thought it was funny. She just pointed it out instantly. Tried to start up the new league and just couldn't do it. Are you talking about Diablo or Path of Exile? All right, well, we'll wait a little longer. You know, there's an interesting video, guys, that we could watch, actually, as we wait, if you guys are up for it. It's that gaming documentary that I was talking about from a year ago, or 2 years ago. It was posted on December 15th, 2023. Okay? Talkative Try is the evil shill, and Toxative Try just wants to watch the world burn. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go. We could take a look at this. We don't have to watch the full video, but there's one clip of it that is pretty interesting that I'm going to share on screen right now. Okay. There is a clip right here. It's the druid in Act 6. This is, or sorry, Act 5. This is Act 5. It's a place called the Den of Pleasure. It's a place in, spoilers, I won't say the name of the place. It's a place in Act 5 called the Den of Pleasure. You can see these people are all in like sexual poses and stuff. It's basically a brothel in Act 5. Right here. PoE1 try. Yeah, I tried PoE1. I couldn't. I got to Act 4 and I bounced. And it's actually the druid. Look. This is one of the last glimpses we saw of the druid. He's casting Volcano. He has a wolf companion. And he's doing a slam in bear form. Right? That's one of the last glimpses we've seen of the druid. Man. So cool. Wait, FARHAM, you gotta go pass out, my man. Get out of here. I think there's one other place that isn't in the game yet, in this little dock. Well, there are a lot of places that aren't in the game yet, because it's got Act 4 in it. Right? Like, here's Act 4. Act 4 again. Man, they had so much ready. Like, it's crazy that they haven't dropped these in the game, guys. This is Act 4 as well. Like, they were heavily previewing Act 4. This is Act 4 too. This is crazy. Yeah, the art book of this zone is insane. You're right. This is Act 4. That's Act 4 as well. Like, there's so many. This is an Act 5 boss. That's Act 5 right there. Act 2, Act 1, Act 3. The Act 4. They were I feel like Act 4 was on. I bet Act 4 was almost done. But doing 4 acts and then 2 on Cruel, they didn't like that idea. So they didn't ship it. Yeah, like almost. Oh, look, it's Druid. Look, man, I want the Druid so bad, you guys. Dudes. Look, Maul, Summon Wolf, Rampage. Oh, give me the Druid. You made a cup of tea. Uh-oh. FARHAM, you absolute madman, dude. Off to go stream and play. Oh, thanks, Dr. Grubbly. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's a ton of Act 4 footage. Like, that's Act 4 as well, right? That monster isn't in Act 3. Is that monster in game? Guys, can you tell me? This is an Act 3 zone, I think. Right? This is the jungle. But that mastodon creature is not in game. That guy. Is he? I don't think so. Unless I am just that creature. This elephant. Oh, it's Untainted Paradise. I think this is a maybe. That's Untainted, but it doesn't have. Oh, so maybe this is an Act 4 zone. Maybe this is Act 4 and Untainted is an Act 4 zone. That might be it. The same skeleton is a boss in the Boneyard. Oh, that's true. The same. That's right. Yes, this is a form of this model is a boss in the bone pits. Yep. You're right. Oh, there's the druid again, guys. Look at, they show the druid back to back. There's the druid again. Dude, I cannot wait for this playstyle. Like lightning storm and stuff. Turning into a bear, volcano. Oh, come on. No, this is Act 4. This is Act 4 right here. This is Azaro's prison. This place. This is where you fight the prisoner. This is Act 2. Yeah, see there he is. Death Lord of the Black Rib Pit. This guy, Act 4 boss right there, the giant. Man. Crazy. Looks lame. Well, of course, like this footage. I mean, now that we've played the game, obviously we're going to be able to do like that right there. Look at that. Oh. Come on. Like, obviously, look at, he's doing like no damage because you used to do like no damage in PoE. Oh. I bet you those skills don't work the same as they did anymore. Surely it has some stupid gimmick ties to it to make it different than other classes. Maybe. Just join what's what. This is very old footage. That's why there's 5 flasks. Very old footage. A lot of the stuff in this video is outdated. Including the fact that the druid is in the game. And Act 4. This is another Act 4 boss. Who's called the Booby Siren. The upgraded Merveil. This fight looks like it's so tough. Can you imagine? How is he not losing any health? Wow, did you see his health didn't even like move when he got... Did he dodge those? Huh. He was getting hit there. Yeah, I guess it had more clips of the druid than I thought it did. This is Act 5. I think. The boss was casting a spell. Armor too strong. Hey, Adam, what's going on, man? That's what I was thinking. I was like, wow, armor busted. But they were spells. Wow, the monkey looks so much worse right here compared to how it looks now. The monkey is chunky now. You know, these are all... This is in-game as well. I didn't fight this boss, though. Is this a fun boss, you guys? He's in the pirate map. The endgame map that drops a bunch of gold. He's really fun. Expedition 33 in PoE2. Yeah, but he's kind of weak. Oh. Well, I bet by the time you fight him, a lot of builds just absolutely annihilate him. Man, he looks so good in this clip. Just all the animations are so crisp. I love how it ends with that Flicker Strike shot. That's something I should definitely try out. Flicker Strike looks pretty darn cool in PoE2. Okay, yeah, that is almost 2 years old. Tons of info. Tons of info. Holy crap. Look what I'm getting recommended, you guys. One year ago, look what my videos, look at the views they used to get. 5,000 views. One of my old videos, guys. New Path of Exile 2 details confirmed by GGG on PoE2, confirmed by GGG on PoE2 subreddit. 5K views. I get that in 1 hour now. The growth. The growth. It's crazy. Wow. Let's see some of these new comments. Wow, there's some from like 5 months ago. Wiping out screens of monsters. Where's Chris Wilson? Yep, we know. Oh, okay. Flicker is pure dopamine. He does look like SKA. Oh my gosh, dude. Flicker is fun. Scaling it gets hard. We really need a new strength or strength in character to force them to work on armor. That's the druid, my man. That's the druid. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping we get the druid. All right. What's the chance that we get this teaser in a few minutes? Pretty low. Boss is tied to special map that gives you insane amounts of gold. Yeah, it was a decent boss, easy mechanics to avoid and defeat. Armor gets good after 20k. 69% chance that we get it. I'm losing confidence in getting the teaser. But I will stall. I will stall. I have an Act 5 breakdown video. Literally, I open up Twitter and what do I see, guys? I was just talking about SKA. And what the heck? SKA, right on screen. Of course. I'm putting together an everything we know about Act 5 video. For people who might not have the art book. Because judging from my comments and live stream viewers, lots of people do not have the art book. And it's not widely available. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to see what's in Act 5. I will announce spoilers. So. Okay. I'm stalling, mon ami. Mon ami, I am stalling. Have you guys... I think there's no spoilers. Okay, there's... Okay. Alright, we're gonna... Because we're stalling. Okay, people who have not played Expedition 33 and want absolute no spoilers, I'm going 2 minutes. You want to like mute for 2 minutes or look away for 2 minutes, whatever. I want to show you guys one of the coolest. It's a 2 minute, like a 1 minute, 1.5 minute compilation of Expedition 33. It's so good. It doesn't actually have any crazy spoilers. What is it? What is the video called? Expedition 33 hype video. I don't know. I don't actually know what the video is called, but it's a really good monologue. Let me see. No, I don't. Where is it, guys? Monologue. Let me see. Oh, right. It's called Lune with Game of the Year speech. This might convince you to play. Like, this is just so good. I get chills when I watch this. So we're going to watch it. So, the context, guys. Expedition 33. Yo, Prince of Persia. Thanks for 10 months, man. Good to see you as well. Yeah, we had our return to podcasting today. It went really well, I think. Went really well. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for the sub. The context for Expedition 33, okay? There's this deity called the Paintress that paints a number in the sky every year, and everybody, that number and above, just dies. They just fade to dust, okay? That's the context of the game, okay? And there's an expedition of people that have set out to kill the Paintress, or find a way to defeat her, okay? People who have played Expedition 33, you'll really like this. Because I get chills just watching it every single time. So we're gonna watch it together. Because we're stalling. Hopefully the sound is okay.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me, we're gonna take... What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me, we're gonna take down the Paintress, just the three of us? My gun and your sparks?
I didn't take you for a coward. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When? Not if. When? We knew not all of us would make it. But we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
But I'm not afraid to fight, it's just my oath.
My oath was the same oath. Come on, we always said the future of Linear is more important than any.
Any individual life, yes.
Still believe that? Do you still believe that?
For those who come after. Right?
That speech from Lune is an hour and a half into the game. Guys, I was so gripped by this. I was more gripped into this game, this little cinematic, this speech from this character I met like 2 hours before than any recent movie or TV show or book that I've read. I was just locked in. I'm just, oh my God, it's so crazy. You have not played this game, even if you don't like turn-based games. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's so worth it. It's so worth it, man. You guys got to give it a go. Like, I literally get chills listening to that. It's crazy. Highly recommend the game. The story is so compelling that people still argue tooth and claw over the endings. Yes, they do. Yeah. I'm a ending swapper. Francois, better than Esquier. I was so confused by Francois initially. I was like, what in the world is going on? Oh, okay. Is it worth replaying for both endings? You can watch it on YouTube, the other ending, or you can just redo your save. I will say I'm an ending swapper. I bawled my eyes out. If I streamed that stuff, nobody would believe my reaction was genuine. Everybody would say I was faking it. There is a specific moment in one of the endings that I think will make any just... If you've ever had like a connection to... Like, if you really love like your your pets or something, like unfathomably love your pets, there is a moment in one of the endings that or I guess just that man, I don't know, it was just done so well. E333 and PoE2 are my two top games of the past year. Me as well. Honestly, I hate cliches and people saying this is the best, but honestly, the gameplay, the music, the story, most complete experience, honestly. Yep. Can't look at a piano anymore? Dude. The only jump scare. Oh. Before I played it, I was woo. After reading it, I was wee. Dude, SK has some of the deepest lines, man. What's the name of the game? Expedition... Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Easily one of the best games I've ever played. And I've never been a turn-based game enjoyer. Alright, GGG. You've got 6 minutes. Okay? Let's see. Is there anything interesting that I have here, guys? My brother wants to play Age of Mythology with me. Should I play a game of Age of Mythology with my brother? Oh, you know what happened, guys? So this is a funny story for some people. So we got a new car last week, okay? First time my wife and I have purchased a relatively new vehicle. It's a 2021 car. Before this, the newest car we've driven and owned is a 2007. Usually I've been driving a 2002. Got the 2007 2.5 years ago. We have 2 kids now. We wanted to get a minivan. We got this minivan, okay. We go to the place. We test drive it. Everything's perfect. It's great condition. We got it from a different state. We actually got it from Utah. So I don't live in Utah. It had to come in from a different state. All right, so we test it out. It's great. We purchase it. You know, we sign the cashier's check. We give it to him. Blah, blah, blah. We drive off, get on the highway again, and there's a rattling sound on the right-hand side of the dash. And we're like, oh, my God. It's rattling sound. Every, like, other bump. And we're like, oh, my God. And where I live, there are a lot of bumps. So we're thinking, okay, well, we don't want this to persist. We're going to bring it back. We're going to get a mechanic to see it. Okay. We drive to my mother-in-law's house to pick up our 2 kids. We park the car, turn it off, right side dash, right in front of where my wife was sitting. We start to hear a knocking sound, literally like knock, 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 not going away. Just strong knocking from beneath the dash, and we're just sitting there. My wife, she freaked out. She had like a. We just bought this car, biggest purchase of our life, beside our house, and it's literally like breaking in front of us. Anyway, I immediately call the guy and I'm like, dude, it's making this noise. There's this knocking. We just drove it off. What is going on? This wasn't caught by your mechanics reports, anything. And he said, don't worry. You know, you could bring it in Monday. We will cover all repairs. We're going to get it done, get it fixed. You're good to go. And my goodness, guys, car salesman told me the truth. We took it in, got it fixed. They paid for all of it. It was an actuator. One of the actuators was broken for the HVAC system. And there was literally just a vent that was like broken, like beneath, and they fixed it. And they paid for all of it. What? I thought I was going to have to be kind of a hard ass and get really serious and everything. No, they just paid for it. Pretty cool. Didn't you delay picking it up by a day to do the Dead Rabbit podcast? Yes, I did. Yep, I picked it up last Friday. So it drives great. I'm fighting a headache just to hear this GGG news. Come on, Squishy, my man. Here's the other possibility. Either it's not tonight, it's another night, or this is what I actually think is going to happen. Opening night live. They might save it for maximum exposure and hype on this day. Isn't it a pleasant thing to hear? I bought a BMW and 2 days after the sunroof didn't open. It was clipped that needed to be replaced. They said it would be $5,000 to replace it. They paid for it. Wow. That's nice. $5,000 to replace a clip. Holy crap. Silk Song and PoE2 news at Gamescom. GGG. We don't know if they're going to be at opening night. This is all speculation. I'm pretty confident. Don't say that. I don't have many nights left, man. I'll be in the cancer hospital soon. Oh my god, Squishy. Sorry, man. Sorry, GGG if you're... No, I won't say that. Hopefully they release something. Did they even say they're having a live stream? No, they haven't, dude. It's odd. They released that cryptic teaser and that was it. That's it. Similar thing happened to me buying a truck. Traveled 10 hours to buy it. Paid in cash. And on my way back home, the engine light came on. And that was a Friday. I had to go back there on Monday. They were good to give my money back. Oh my god, dude. That's soul crushing, man. As far as we know, it's just the boss rush. That's correct. There's been no announcements. I'm sure people have said this a million times, but I love the E333 music. Yeah, I do too, man. I just gotta softly in my ears playing. It's very relaxing. I think it's a good thing to just chill, vibe out to. 25K, that's about how much we purchased my car for. We saved up quite a bit for it. I think at the end of the day, it was like 24 total for the minivan. That's what my wife was very stressed. I do like the lo-fi beats that came out. Okay, guys, it's 10:30. There's no scheduled teaser. No. GGG. Grinding Gear Games. I swear, if I click the go off button and they drop the teaser, I just feel like that's gonna happen, you guys. Hey, Gary. Man. Oh, it's 10:31. It's not happening, dudes. Oh my goodness. I believed. My belief was wrong. It was wrong of me to have this belief. Alright, dudes. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in into yet another live stream. Thank you for all the gifted subs, the follows. Really appreciate it. I know I took that really long break. I'm feeling a lot better now, as hopefully you can see, and I'm super excited for 03. We'll see what's coming. It's right around the corner. We've got another episode of Still Sane lined up for next week with Blazeworks. He's also started a podcast, the Passive Tree Podcast. That'll be super fun. If you happen to miss the VOD, it's available right now on YouTube on the VOD of the stream, or it's going to be available in just the pod fashion in about 2 hours. So, okay. All right, I'm going to throw y'all over to Rax. He is playing Grim Dawn for the first time in the end game. I hope you have a good time. Once again, thanks all for tuning in. I will see you in my next video. Maybe if there's a teaser tonight, I'll release a video. And if not, in a few days' time or next week. Thanks all. See ya. Appreciate it.